for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me.
You are now tuned into the box. Join us every Thursday and Sunday.
WBC Productions.
Let's get that done.
I've been here before and I know what it takes. It's hard work, dedication. WBC.com. Mayweather is he's the best.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming to fight. Can't nobody take that away from us. We're coming to fight.
They do what they can, I do what I want.
When you look at how he throws that left hook, it starts out really low. We're going to see what kind of character he has.
Oh, and the lefts and rights by Maidana. And it's all Marcos Maidana here. A lot of those punches off his shoulder.
I think anybody out there listening or the key, anybody, you think that that's a dangerous deal to make. I think it's a perfect deal to make. But that's it.
15 minutes. Can you be strong for 15 minutes? Can you? Listen, the concentration is leaving a little bit. Pick it up. Pick it up!
Some things about we got to deal with his body shots. I don't think you want to be that close to us. He's talking about letting the left hook go, then you don't take the left hook. Let's get that done.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Saturday morning edition of Border Wars. It is season 7. How far we've come. The progression of not only the series, but the fighters continues to grow. Border Wars 6, our most explosive, with fighters from all around the world. We had high-level drama, knockouts, new fighters emerged, and a new unified champion that will be bringing us to Texas. Dallas-Fort Worth will be the home of the new Border Wars 7 series, and Marvin the Tank Freeman will be defending his WBC and WBA TBV belts right there in his hometown in front of his fans, and continuing to walk like a champion. He's taking on none other than Iron Sal. Now, Sal, some of you might have forgotten him, but the skill is evident. He was at the last Border Wars, or the one, he was actually at the Border Wars where Ant and Eric fought. And I am pretty sure that's going to be a high level fight. Marvin doing his champion homecoming, getting to defend his belts and putting together the Four Horsemen. Since the emergence of Border Wars fighter Eric Cruz, somewhat of a TBV legend, so many more Texas fighters have emerged, which brings us to that one white boy and CYP. A fight that possibly could be the co-main event. John, that one white boy, has sent over his deposit, and he is all signed up. Last thing to do is get CYP to be all signed up, and it looks like we have ourselves a fight, a battle of the unknown. The interest in this fight is there because we just went through this. But before I get all long-winded, man, I'm used to doing these all alone. Let me head on out to my co-host, also a Texas native, with some news of his own, possibly.
WBC.com.
Moloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
WBC.com.
Good morning, TBV. It is the Ric Flair of Border Wars. None other than Big Super Max myself. Good morning to all you out there, all you new signups, all you past Border Wars fans. Got a big card coming up. Got some news. Hopefully we can work things out, but, it's going to be a great card. We got Marvin versus Sal, the main event. Hometown defense for the champ. And then the big fight you all looking forward to, the co-main event, which also stole the show at the last Border Wars, could be another one. You got Mr. CYP taking on that one white boy John out of Amarillo, Texas. It's Texas versus everybody, and let's get into it, Ness.
Champ, what it do, what it do. Listen, man, you're absolutely right, and that's what I'm saying, that the intrigue in the co-main event is going to be so big because it's the unknown. Very similar to Lauren and Southside Ducey, you know, both guys saying, hey, I could fight. Well, we're going to see who could fight on fight night. And because there's no tape, because they are so outspoken, so cocky, confident, you know, they are appealing. They attract and demand attention. And I think that's what's going to happen in this one. I mean, it's no different than Lauren and Southside Ducey, and you've seen what sort of fireworks that produced. But we've been here before where, you know, because I already see CYP's comments about being the co-main event, but we've been here before with real cards where, you know, the co-main event maybe garners a little more attention than the main event, but the main event is the one that, you know, sells the tickets or has the hometown advantage. I mean, Marvin earned it. He came up the hard way. Remember, Border Wars isn't only about who's the baddest man on the planet. It is and always will be a method for people to lose weight and have fun, you know.
Yeah, it's a great thing to get you started, get you off the couch. Look, you guys, I started off at over 360 pounds, and I thought I had blown up, but I'm happy to announce I'm actually at 325 right now. So, you know, we're on good. You know, we're still, you know, we're dropping some for what I weighed in at. And, you know, it's a great thing, you guys. Like I said, it takes a lot, takes a big commitment just to be involved in this. And it takes a lot to step between them ropes. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's cut out for it. That's just the bottom line.
That is true. But there's stories for you to be inspired by. Like Marvin, the reason that he deserves his hometown fight, I mean, he started at 248. He faced a Division I quarterback, tall, 6'3", lean, in shape fighter that, or at least to the naked eye, he looked in shape. We do know that he did smoke, but all of us smoke weed. You know what I mean? But it was
I was just finna say, you're the heavyweight champion, and I know you smoke.
Hell yeah. Listen, man, look, Cantu and Marvin, the first fight was a great fight. Great first fight. Great introductory fight to see what Marvin has, see what Cantu has. And we were able to see Cantu's skill. I mean, I always loved the way that he could be the ring general. But like most tall guys, myself included, you know, AJ included, we need our space. We need our space. See, that's why Wilder is special, because he's athletic and he can make angles, shoot uppercuts. He even jumps in the air, lands in a different position, and then shoots you a different type of shot because he's athletic. But the typical tall guy doesn't want you inside his, you know, his sweet spot. You know, you want to keep your shorter guy on the outside. That's why Tyson has so much success, because he would, you know, bob and weave, get up on the inside and scare, intimidate. Because sometimes you don't need to throw punches to, you know, intimidate or make your opponent work a little more.
Tyson's trick was always to get on the inside of the punches, inside of your swinging range. Knowledge, because when you can't really get, if you don't know how to throw short, choppy punches and you can't get full extension, it takes away a lot of the power.
Definitely does, man. So Marvin, again, 248, fought Cantu. Cantu was a TBV fan favorite. He was a Los Angeles correspondent, relocated to San Antonio, Texas, became a TBV Texas correspondent. And because the fight was good, even though Marvin likes to say he never lost a round, but the fight was entertaining, and Marvin decided to go with the rematch. Even though I was begging to fight because there was no one at the heavyweight division other than maybe 3 or 4 of us at the time. But he decided to go with the rematch in the next Border Wars. And I think that was the Border Wars where I want to say that fight was kind of a little bit of the same, but just more of Marvin showing his dominance. But I still seen Cantu doing some really good ring generalship whenever he could. But Marvin's pressure is something that people have to respect.
Yeah, Marvin definitely put the pressure on in the rematch. I was there in person for that. He definitely controlled the pace, fought his fight. Cantu had some good moments. I know he wasn't too happy with the decision overall, but it just felt like it never really got going for Cantu, and Marvin had the clear victory.
He wasn't committing, man. He wasn't giving the fight fans anything to ooh and ah about other than good footwork and ring generalship. You know, you gotta land some punch.
Yeah, and the big punches we saw in that fight all came from Marvin. It felt like every time you felt something land, it was Marvin landing.
Which brings us to, obviously, jumping back and forth, obviously, but, Marvin and Sal now. I mean, some are fearful. They're saying Sal is too small, but Sal's another guy that came down from the heavyweight division, but he never fought. He was disciplined. He is someone that, I wish he was a little more active so that he could inspire people, because he took a fight at 165 while being a heavyweight. So he just knew he was going to make that weight. He knew, look, I don't belong here. I'll fight you at 165, and believe me, I'll get there. And then he got there. And after being at 165 and winning that fight, he likes to say very dominantly, he's very boisterous about that win. He believes that Tony was the highest skilled fighter at that time in Border Wars, which separated himself from the rest, because he said, well, look how skilled Tony was and the experience Tony had and what I, quote unquote, did to him. I didn't really see it that way. I seen a very good fight. I would have to go back and watch it. It's been so long. I think I was in Sal's corner, so I'm pretty sure I seen him win. But I don't know that it was Mayweather-Canelo, you know what I mean? That's how it, when he talks about it, he makes it seem like it's Mayweather-Canelo, like Tony didn't land a glove on him. But did you watch it? Did you go back and watch it?
I've seen it, and I do think Sal won, don't get me wrong, but I also feel like the fight was close. Yeah, the fight was definitely closer than he likes to say it was. And look, at the end of the day, the winners rewrite history, so of course he's going to go back and say, look, I smoked, dude. But look, the fight was definitely close. I'm interested in this fight between Marvin and Sal. Marvin is obviously my stablemate. I don't even know that you can call us the Four Horsemen anymore because we've grown so big. But definitely, I'm riding with Team Texas. But it's going to be a good fight. These guys have been wanting to fight for a while. And I think the pressure's on Sal because he's pretty much only said from that point that he was taking a title shot. Now he got the Willy Wonka ticket. Let's see what he does with it.
Yeah, and listen, that's what needs to be said. When he bursted on the scene on TBV and became a caller, his self-proclaimed name and intro was, I'm Iron Sal, young Mike Tyson in these streets. And that was before Border Wars. Soon as Border Wars emerged, Iron Sal, young Mike Tyson in these streets signed up. At 200 plus pounds. I want to say he was at least 205, 210, maybe 220. Iron Sal at that weight decided I'm going to fight at 65. Got down to 65. Made a great fight. Chased Eric Anthony winner all the way to New Jersey. Showed up like a real challenger. Clubber Lane them. Took pictures. Signed the fight. Anthony, who knocked down Eric Cruz and became the boogeyman. Like all fights, like boxing, timing, change things. That contracted or sealed fight that he might have had with Anthony quickly changed to Anthony fighting the more known accomplished Jose from Canada. Once Anthony allowed Jose into the conversations, I think that's where everything went south. Jose's a bit of a jester, if you will. And those negotiations fell apart with Anthony and Jose, ultimately leading to Anthony and Marvin, which you're seeing on the screen, where Marvin went ahead and became unified champion, claiming the vacated WBC and WBA. Theoretically, that Jose refused to defend. 3 border wars straight he's missed. He fought in 2019, because it does sound like a long time. It has only been a year, but that's how many border wars we had in 2019. So he missed both jerseys. So he's missed 2 back-to-back. But he has assured me this morning or yesterday night that he is 100% in. He's coming to Texas, and he's rematching Eric Cruz, another Texan. So, again, Texas is really bringing in the people and making a home for border wars. This will be our second time at Texas. Cruz's gym is a great location. It's always going to be my dream to go from gym to some sort of hall where we could have seating and have more fight fans view these great fights. But yeah, man, those are our 3 announced fights. Obviously, we have your brother and Robert to talk about, which is also announced, signed, sealed, and delivered. He's making his comeback. A lot of questions to answer, your brother, in my opinion. Doomy, who you see on the screen here in his exhibition with Mitty, he seems to really believe in Matt Machine Gun. I don't know. For me, I got a little upset. Maybe upset's the wrong word. Maybe I got a little disappointed not to see that fire in his belly when there was a possibility of a short, not short term, of a quickly negotiated fight, something that he wasn't prepared for. Look, late minute replacement, whatever you want to call it. But I just look at it like, bro, I trained for 8 weeks. I flew to New Jersey from Texas. My fighter isn't fighting me. I would have liked to see him say, yo, I'm ready. If Colin don't make that weight, I just wanted to see that fighter, that killer instinct in him, not him being unsure. So now, coming into this fight with Robert, I already got Robert the favorite. Just because, look, we go in here and we mentally dissect AJ. And we mentally dissect Wilder and Floyd and everybody. So why am I going to be any different? I'm mentally dissecting your brother. Is he ready? Is he the machine gun that he thinks he is? Because if he was, boxing therapy was small as fuck. That was the fight to jump on. Granted, maybe he went home. Maybe you guys were flying side by side in the airplane. He was like, look, Ness wanted me to take that fight, but fucking boxing therapy almost knocked out Callan. He got some sneaky power that we didn't think a little guy would have. So, maybe you're justified. But we also seen hella flaws in boxing therapy and even more flaws in Colin the Destroyer. So, I don't know. I pride myself on being a good matchmaker, and at that time, I thought that would have been a good step-in fight, fill-in fight.
Yeah, no, and I agree. Trust me, I wanted Matt to take the fight. I think, like I said, it all comes down to what happened when he stepped in against Ringwalk Danny. That was also a late-man replacement. So I think
it's a huge difference, though. That's a huge difference. That was a weight difference that was evident, This was someone that stepped on the scale and made a weight that you are in.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I think that had a lot to do with it. And just quite frankly, I think once the fight with Jimmy was called off, I think that Monday, he pretty much just decided, he took himself out of fight mode. And I think it's true. Once your mind is out of fight mode, it's hard to get that back. It's like, you've seen fighters talk about, when
Yeah.
they think the fight is stopped. And so I think he kind of just was already, and look, he was already, at that point, he was already eating, but he had broke his diet. He said, he was there to work the corner. So I would have liked to have seen it because I feel like I've seen Matt in the gym. I've seen his improvements. I feel like he could have beat boxing therapy. I feel like he could have beat Colin on that night. I saw the same flaws.
Whoa, I don't know about Colin. Colin, even though he looked
Let me tell you what
suspect,
boxing therapy did not do that I think would have stopped that fight. He just refused to go to the body.
and that probably would have been the right thing to do since he struggled to make the weight. So going to the body probably would have been good, a great idea. But I don't know, Robert the Genius, he's got the dog. He's got that dog. See, he has what I wanted to see in Matt. He signed up to fight a dude 5 days notice. He came in and he said, and he's also doing what Sal is doing, He's at a totally different way, and he's telling your brother, look, for that day, I will be 168 or 160, whatever they're fighting at. Like, he set a goal in his mind. You can tell that he's a determined person. You could tell that he has heart by stepping in the ring 5 days notice, and you can tell by his fight. He can punch. He drew blood. So your brother's in for a serious fight, and he looked thin. He did look thin. I hope that he's at least maybe doing push-ups now, maybe some pull-ups. If you ain't going to fuck with the weights, because look, it's not a bodybuilding contest, but you got to have strength. I've been in everybody's camp. They all do push-ups. They all do pull-ups. I used to love pull-ups so much that was one of my questions, trying to ask fighters, high-level fighters, when do you stop doing pull-ups and push-ups in your training camp? And really none of them don't stop, because Doomy at one point, when he and I were 3 years ago, he really wanted to give it a shot, but he just trained in a different way. So I would ask certain questions to prove him wrong. Like, it's like, oh, you think it's that way? We're going to ask fucking Ronnie Shields. We're going to ask Dan Birmingham. We're going to ask Keith Thurman when he stops doing pull-ups, because Doomy was lazy. He didn't want to do pull-ups. And I think that at least pulling your natural weight, pulling and pushing your natural weight will develop some nice muscle without being robotic. You don't have to hit weights, even though plenty of fighters hit weights. It depends what you do. But yeah, your brother did look thin. He lost a lot of weight. So I hope things are changing. I hope, now that the weight is down, he's starting to maybe shadow box with some 2-3 pound weights. Get a little toned up. Make those muscles show. And take that shirt off. You need a tan, champ. You in the entertainment business now. My man Arms was white as hell in Jersey. Come on, dog. You in the entertainment business, Matt. You want a title shot. You want a title shot, dog. Come into the ring with your Mexican flag. Like, he's talking about Ness. Make me and Rob for a title shot. Bro, you coming off a loss. You ain't got no name. You Mexican. You ain't repping your country. Where's your colors? You ain't coming to the ring wearing your... no. Listen. This is the entertainment world. See, your brother got it going on. He's like, yo, the Ric Flair Border Wars. Woo! You know what I'm saying? He's like Blair Cobbs. He understands that you gotta sell metaphorical tickets.
You gotta, like I told you, you gotta come with your outfit right. You seen I had the Ric Flair socks. My outfit for this Border Wars, if it goes off, it's gonna be fire. Even better than the last one. But no, and look, and I think with Matt, what's gonna help him is, look, we're with a real trainer now. As you know, Ness, we were them backyard boys all of 2019, and it showed in the ring. Matt, I think minor his willpower can be questioned. The will to win. So now, and that's the thing with him and Rob fight. Those guys both got will to win. Now, what it's gonna come down to is the skill. Skills is what pays the bills. Who can take the better shot? Who can land better? I know Rob's in the gym a lot. I know Matt's in the gym a lot. So it's just gonna come down to I think it's really gonna come down to who can execute their game plan better, who comes in better prepared. Because these guys both got a will to win. Like I said, we've seen Matt take fight on a short notice, jump in, last minute. Rob took his fight 5 days notice. So these guys aren't backing down. And I think they're going to meet square in the center of the ring. And like I said, man, it's all going to come down to who executes better, I think.
So this is the thing. Your brother has a chance to beat Rob the Genius. Rob posted some heavy bag footage in the chat. Do you got that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Can you pull it up? Can you like double text it to me so I'll be able to put it up on the show? Because watching that gave your brother, wow, that changed the betting lines. That shit made it even. And no disrespect to Rob, no disrespect to nobody. I'm not better than any one of y'all. I don't think I'm Mayweather. I'm just doing my daily job of critiquing fighters. So I look at y'all no different.
We all need to be consistently coached.
So I don't look at the Border Wars fighters any different. When Ness plays Ness, the commentator, I'm that. I'm Ness from the Boxing Voice criticizing these Border Wars fighters. And if you pull that up and I get to show it, you will see what I'm talking about. There are some developmental flaws that need to be addressed before February, or your brother has at least a 50-50 shot, if not 51, in his favor. The thing about Rob is that he's getting consistent work. Now, I was praising Rob maybe overvaluating what he was doing, because I thought he was sparring 3 times a week. But he actually cleared that up yesterday and said 1 time a week, maybe, or once. What he said, twice every 2 weeks, something like that?
Yeah, but Nance, Hold on one second.
Yeah, man.
I take that as gamesmanship.
You don't believe him? Because that's what I'm saying. I remember when he bust on the scene saying, yo, I spar 3 times a week at Dillian Price's gym. You know what I mean? Now he got to fight. He's saying, I spar once, maybe twice. I don't know. So that stood in my head like, oh, shit, 3 times a week. Yo, 3 times a week is fantastic work. Like, that's fantastic. You're going to develop. You're going to, that fear, the anxiety, the adrenaline rush, you're going to work through that. That's a lot of sparring 3 times a week. But
absolutely,
if he's not and he's only getting it 1 time a week, that's still a lot, because we know he's getting it in an elite level gym. You know what I mean? Which isn't the same to say for your brother. We want details. How long is the drive for you and your brother to get to, that one white boy, right? That's the closest work that you got?
No, sir. Like I said, we are actually in a real gym now. The gym is 2 blocks from my house. So I remember I sent you.
But are they working in there though? Or are those?
Yeah, no, they're working. They have, like I said, it's a combined gym, but you got amateur boxers in there. You getting in that work. Every Thursday is sparring day. So there's a lot of work being done, and then John is we got Ambrose, which is 45 minutes away. We got John, which is an hour away, which we can do on our own time to get more work in. Because they do at that gym, they do fundamentals, and then sparring day is Thursdays.
Fred said, "Yo, is Mario still on the milk carton?" Yeah, man, he is, bro.
He never coming back.
That's crazy.
That footage must be pretty far down there, because I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, no, I thought maybe you or your brother might have cuffed that. You should have cuffed that.
Nah,
shit, I would have saved that.
I don't want Matt to ever take too much in the film, because you know how some of these dudes can do.
Nah, man, I disagree, man. I mean, I've had that argument with professional fighters and trainers. I disagree, man. I say you watch film and you pick up. There's always gonna be tell signs if you study film. Ronnie Shields study film. Freddie Roach. People that take it seriously.
To me, I like better to study the actual fight film though, because that's when you're gonna see someone's tendencies come out. We watched Rob fight. I'm sure
you're right.
Watched Matt's fight.
No, you're absolutely right. Like, you're gonna look better on the bag than in the fight. But I think that you could still see things. I mean, well, that's the point too, though. That's the whole point. Like, yo, the bag footage didn't look good to me. Like, you're supposed to look better on the bag and worse in sparring, because now punches is coming back, the anxiety, the stamina, all that,
And that's just like in real boxing. That's one little thing can sway the opinion of the fight so bad. How you look in your training videos, how you look at the weigh-in can really, even in Border Wars, can heavily, because Colin had a hard time making weight, and from that point, everybody was like, boxing therapy is gonna take the W.
Well, not really, because for me it wasn't like that because he struggled to make the weight, but we still didn't know what anyone can do, and it was still their first time, in the ring. At least Colin had the advantage that he had some sort of something like this before, but
yeah. Next, you want to kind of get into some of the rules for somebody who wants to be newcoming as far as
definitely
Patreon signups, send-in footage. what the
well, the first step is you have to be a $5 member of Patreon at patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. That's how you get to see all the footage, all the training camp footage, and the fight footage. You could also go to youtube.com/Border Wars and see past seasons that we've already made public by going to the Border Wars playlist. Second, if you want to participate as a fighter, you must sign up to the Border Wars. Sign up, read, and agree to those rules and conditions. And you can find that at ThaBoxingVoice.com/Border Wars. After that, you must submit footage because this isn't an amateur event, even though we adapt some of their rules. In the amateurs, you don't know who you're fighting, but we are not that. We are a tight group of people helping one another reach our weight loss goals while simultaneously ensuring that we understand the trials and tribulations that a fighter goes through during their camp so that we learn not to say crazy things while watching the fight. Things like, oh, he should have threw more punches. Oh, I would have threw the uppercut or the left hook. Show us. Show us on this level that you would have done that on that level, and then, after a round or an attempt of jumping rope at 3 minutes, you'll come back down to reality and understand and respect what it is that we're doing. People from all ages are joining up the Border Wars. Info Joe is our oldest participant. He also got the win. Shout out to Alex Lemon, also one of our oldest participants. We've had international fighters, Mitty from the UK, Jose from Canada. I fought a Canadian. There's so many people that have come.
Wheelchair fights.
Yeah, we had a wheelchair fight, so it just keeps growing. This one won't have Mike's rematch. Mike, he told you training camp is serious. This is not Neil or whatever, Mr. King. I wish I could do one in the UK. It'll come. It'll come.
Yeah, you guys keep subscribing. I think one thing we all agreed on.
The bigger we get, man. Listen, if Patreon was at 100%, I could say absolutely we could go to the UK anytime. As long as we have the people that want to fight. But until that's 100%, we have to rely on anything and everything else to make these events happen.
Yeah, I think another thing we definitely agreed on too. Sparring footage is now mandatory. We've all kind of seen how it goes. I was guilty.
No, it is mandatory. It's always been mandatory, but after Southside Ducey and his knockout of Lauren, he's scared a lot of people. We'll probably get less signups because of the fear of the unknown. It's harder to make a fight with an 0-0 fighter. So credit to CYP and that one white boy that know nothing about each other and are willing to get in the ring, because that has become one of the most difficult things to do in Border Wars now. Everybody in Border Wars feels they're an A-side, and they'll tell the 0-0 fighter, well, you're not known, get a fight. And I think that comes from two reasons. Yeah, you're not known, but I also want to know what you got before I get in the ring with you. Because
Southside Ducey, shout out to the champ. He changed the whole game back in September. We all were pretty content that you couldn't get knocked out with headgear and 60 gloves. And
yes.
That shit is a myth.
Yeah, man. I mean, he fucking that was true. You know, I thought we were safer with the 16-ounce gloves and the headgear. You're right, and he got a clean
And look,
knockout.
and it's not that it's not safe. Don't let that scare you. Lauren will tell you, it's just one of them. It's boxing, man. I mean, it is what it is. That's kind of the risk. At the end of the day, we all knew.
Well,
the
I
risk
mean,
was there.
Lauren was fundamentally flawed. He talked a good game, but he was coming after Ducey with his hands down. I mean, listen, that's why, bruh, I don't know.
That's what the interest of the CYP and John fight is. It's the guy that you don't think the guy that we were overlooking is the guy that got.
Well,
the
no,
knockout.
we never overlooked Ducey because his fight with Lauren's fight is no different than CYP and White Boy. It demands the attention. We're glued to them. I think that the issue was Lauren. He had his hands by his side, bro. He was bringing his punches from his waist
with his chin right up in the air.
Yeah, he'll learn from that. He'll learn from that.
I don't know, but let's not take credit away from Ducey. Ducey was setting that up with he set
from
that
the
shot up
beginning. He was taking that back step,
He was
the half step
methodical.
back, and trying that counter all night. Again, it was Lauren will watch the tape and he will know that there was some adjustments that he didn't make, and there's some things that he's gonna have to change. The next time. That's just it.
And on the topic of newcomer, let me give some newcomers advice, Ness, real quick, because I recently, I was a newcomer myself, hadn't fought yet. And look, if you hear past Border War shows, Super Mex talks a good game. Now, it's all good and well to talk good. We want you to be confident. We want you to sell, build this thing up. But from a fighter's perspective and from the other fighters in Border Wars, don't take their skepticism offensively, because at the end of the day, we've had a lot of guys come through Ness. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a lot of guys come. They talk a big game. Some guys no show. Some guys came back up in the ring. So just remember what you say here and now. You got to write a check that your ass has to catch come February. And trust me, if you do not live up to what you're talking, these boxing fans are going to treat you just like we treat boxers. They will let you know, and they will let you have it. So just be in mind, when you talk a big game, make sure you live up to that, and don't take the skepticism, because other fighters, we've seen a lot of guys come and go. I hadn't fought yet. So everybody was like, oh, this guy, Joseph's talking, he talks a big game. Is he really going to prove it? He said he's going to go meet in the middle of the ring, fight of the night. And I feel like I lived up to that. So just remember, as a new guy coming in, all you new signups, talk that game, live up to that. And I promise you, you will make yourself a star instantly.
So it is 2 minute, 3 rounds. So 3 rounds, 2 minutes. It's headgear, 16-ounce gloves, cut protector. You have a referee in the ring. You'll be recorded. Season by season, more and more people are showing up as, spectators. What else? I mean, we implore you to try and look the part. Get yourself a ring outfit. I mean, Jose has to get credit as the best dressed fighter in Border Wars. He started ring walks.
Yeah, he came with the tiger headband.
He started ring walks. He started outfits. He started music. He's a showman. But he's also, I don't know, man. He needs a solid, legitimate win. He's like so full of controversy.
Honestly, I think the Jose rematch for Cruz, I think Jose's making a mistake. I don't
know, man. Cruz talking about he's in the heavyweight division, bro. What kind of mistake is Jose making when now Cruz has to again get in fat camp?
Well, see, if you remember the first fight, Cruz came in like way underweight.
He did.
They came in way under. I think he'll come in at 85. And I think when I watched that fight back, I watched it back again. When I first saw it, I felt like Cruz could have done more. And I still feel like had Cruz just done a little bit more, had because Jose can frustrate you. Don't get El Loco twisted. He talks a big game, but he can frustrate you in that ring. He has his tactics. He knows how to use them. But I think Cruz is gonna be learning from that, and I think I don't know, man. I think we end up with a trilogy out of this one.
I mean, bro, and this is what I'm saying about Jose, champ. It's like he talks about Marvin and how Marvin ain't fight nobody, but this is his second rematch. You're telling me out of 4 fights, 2 of them were rematches? I mean,
I think he's only had rematches.
That's the definition.
He fought.
That's the definition of controversy. You talking about your first fight, you had the rematch. That ended in more controversy than the first fight because your fighter was DQ'd. Then you fight Cruz and there's controversy and you got a rematch. You told me you're gonna have a total of 4 fights, and there were 2 guys.
Although if you ask Jose, he'll tell you he retired casual.
I don't know if he retired casual more than casual retired himself because he's just on another level, B. You know what I mean? He's like he shoots movies, so he's on.
Shout out to casual, and hopefully he gets them hoodies going, man. His designs are fire.
He's on set 90% of the time, shooting videos or movies, and it makes it hard for him to train. And after fighting, you know, he suffered a concussion in sparring, and that's when he realized that, look, I can't be doing this half-ass because I got to take it serious. And he said he won't do it again until he could do a whole training camp. And that's kind of how I feel. Like, I can't do it again unless I'm sure I have a fight because, man, I ain't trying to get knocked out. Fuck that. So I want to be alert, healthy, in shape. Hell no. So I respect Cash, man. I respect Cash, but
absolutely, Cash.
For Jose, he needs to do something. I don't know if the Cruz fight is the right fight. I don't
think
know.
It's the right fight for him. Right? I think Cruz coming off back-to-back losses, so his back is all the way against the wall.
I think that he would make more of a statement beating Anthony, who doesn't have a fight, who beat Cruz already. So both of you beat Cruz. The public felt Anthony beat Cruz better than you. Maybe you should fight Anthony. And if you're Jose, you're smart. You're getting Anthony off of a loss. He's coming off. Mentally, is Anthony there? He just thought he was the boogeyman. And I don't know. Rumor is he might be retired.
Yeah, because if you look at Anthony's body language following the Marvin fight, man, I was actually surprised.
AJ.
I didn't see that.
He was AJ. He was American version of AJ after that Marvin fight.
You know, and that could also be fuel to the fire. You know, Anthony is a good fighter. You know,
I mean, he wants the immediate rematch like AJ, but Marvin moved on. And look, there's nothing wrong with Marvin moving on because there's only something wrong with a champion not wanting a rematch, not putting a rematch clause in his contract. Wilder has a rematch clause. You know, you're the A side. You got to think. That's the thing about Jose. People hate him because he's a thinker. And that's how he wins his fights, by thinking, not by fighting. He hasn't been in a fight yet. We thought Cruz was going to give him a fight, and Cruz went in there trying to fucking box the boxer. You know what I mean?
And the thing with Marvin, too, look, the same criticism we just gave Jose. If he fights Ant back-to-back, that's 4 fights for Marvin with 2 fighters.
Exactly.
You know? And he has to carry himself as a champion.
And that's why Marvin didn't take it. He said, fuck that. I'm going to take Sal on, the other guy that people think is good. He didn't go right back to back, and I respect that because, again, Anthony made that mistake. Now he's got to work himself back up. So the perfect fight for him is the 3-0 Jose. Look, nobody thinks Jose can beat Ant. So for Ant, he'll be willing to take it. Jose has to make the fight because he's a quote-unquote A side. He's the one that picks his fights. So he's got to want more for his career. Do you want your box rec to read Enrique, Eric Cruz?
Like I said, for that fight, I think it's all wrong for Jose. Cruz is coming off 2 losses. His back's against the wall. And I think he's going to come remind people who SOG is. SOG, Eric Cruz, is he's like a pioneer out of Texas. You know, he is, like you said, he got the Texas boys started. He's got something to prove, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So in the chat, Buddy Ace says, no, we're not talking about casual boxing channel. We're talking about our own Enrique Church, the casual fan, on our show. That's who we're discussing. So yeah, man, Marvin won't make the show because he is going to be attending a family event. Our prayers go out to him and his family. This is just an announcement show. We are officially in February for Border Wars 7. Now, Joseph, I wanted to talk with you, obviously, what I brought up in the chat. I don't think that it's right to do this fight or this Border Wars like on a Saturday when the Saturday before the 29th is the Wilder fight. It's like, why don't we do it Saturday of the Wilder fight? We do our fights in the early afternoon like we did the last time, and then we're able to sit around the TV and watch the fight with like 20, 30 Border Wars fighters have the most ill immediate reaction to Wilder Fury and, be in camaraderie. I don't know. I think that next week, it might put a strain on people. Like, I don't know. Maybe people will fly to the Wilder fight. Maybe that'll change their plans. I know that Donnell reached out to me and he might not be fighting now. So, yeah, he's going to let me know in about a week, but he might not be fighting because his trainer found the tournament, a WBC belt tournament for him to join. And, he's really trying to take this serious. So, absolutely. He might not fight. That tournament is going to be the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and that'll be in Mississippi, WBC tournament.
Look what sparked him to be back for that. Ness, he signed up the Border Wars, and you were able to set him up some sparring with Julius Ndongo.
Julius Ndongo. Can you believe that, man?
From Border Wars, fellas. Everybody in the chat, if you got real aspirations, Ness is the man. Now, you got to shoot. Ness has an eye for talent. I'll give you that, Ness. You have a really good eye for young talent. So if these guys want to try to make something, if they're not sure, use Border Wars as your platform. Look at Donnell. He was in Deontay Wilder's gym sparring a former world champion.
Bro, let's address this ridiculousness of Jose thinking that he's some sort of lineal champion. First of all, lineal champion doesn't have a belt. There is no belt. You can't hold it. So if he really thinks he's a lineal champion and his fight with Cruz is for the lineal championship, there will be no belt that you're bringing to the ring. You will not win a physical belt. Lineal champion doesn't have a belt. Secondly, you were stripped. You are not champion in recess. That window has come and closed. You were offered that status, and in that offer, there were some restrictions. You had to ship the belts so that they could be on the line in the vacant title fight between Eric Cruz and Anthony. You did not. You stole the belts. You kept them and you refused to send them. And then to fix things, you said, no, I'm sorry. I will now pay for the new belts because I won these. I want to be able to keep them in my house like all champions. So again, we gave you the benefit of the doubt. We waited. Anthony signed to fight Marvin. We called you so you can pay for their 2 belts, and you refuse. You are no champion. You are scum. You're a thief. And
in essence, he really robbed Anthony of a championship.
He robbed Anthony of being a champion. Now Anthony has a loss to Marvin, and he had to fight for vacant titles instead of fighting Marvin and trying to defend titles. And Jose doesn't get that. He thinks it's like some sort of game. Bro, you disrespected the entire series, and you think it's cool. Get the fuck out of here. How far I ain't gonna say I stay hating on Jose, bro? Come on, did you hear not what he just did? Like, come on, you can't rob people. Like, Anthony deserved his opportunity to become a champion, and he would have done that. He beat Cruz. He beat Cruz. He could have been in his box rec. He could have at least said he won the belt. Did he defend it? No, he lost it, but he won it. And now he doesn't even get to do that. He was robbed of that.
Yeah, because his leverage, I mean, at least being a former champion, he loses a lot of leverage by not having that. And Ant deserves that. He won the Cruz fight fair and square. That was supposed to be for the titles, And Yeah, no, that's my thing. No, the lineal thing. Look, man. At the end of the day, to me, I still feel like you need to return that Ring Magazine belt to Eric because you were selfish in that. Now because of Jose's actions, now we all chip in and buy physical belts. He could have easily
No,
said, "I want to
and
keep these
listen,
trophies."
and like because of what he did, now there's sanctioning fees, so that we never go through this. If you fighting for a belt, both parties have to pay, and the winner keeps the belt. It's that simple. He wants to be relevant without fighting. He wants to be brought into the ring and announced as something that he is not. That status he could have had. We granted him emeritus status. We're not fucking assholes here. He said he was injured. I believed him. I know this dude for 10 years. The person that didn't keep his word here was him. He stole the belts. He still has the belts. Like, we had to pay for new belts. Like, nothing he says matters. The only thing I want to see him do is get knocked out. And Cruz ain't the dude to do it. Cruz ain't the dude to do it. He had his opportunity. He shit the bed. How you going to try and box with the boxer? You're supposed to take this man's head off. Take his fucking head off.
I firmly believe that Cruz is going to be all wrong for Jose this time. But no, man, at the end of the day, Jose, I do agree with Ness. I know you're not going to be a fan of this. You can call me a yes man. But look, man, all we're going to introduce you as is the former champion. Plain and simple, man.
Yeah, that's what he is. 3-0, undefeated, former unified champ. But the commentators will be sure to tell the viewing audience why he's a former champ, why he's an undefeated former champ. It's not that he suffered an injury and he's coming back. It's not that he was inactive so long and he got dropped from the rankings. No, like the WBC, there's a code of conduct. And he didn't act like a champion. A champion doesn't listen. What's even worse is that the Cruz Ant fight was a fight that he said I cannot fight.
That was his idea.
Exactly. I would accept champion and emeritus status so that Cruz and Ant can fight for my belts because he didn't think Ant would fight Cruz. And then that idea blew up in his face. It's like, nah, champ. Nah.
And as far as the thing, I think, and I was kind of the one too. We all thought that you were going to be covering Wilder Fury 2 live. So if you're not going to cover it, it's a way better idea doing like that.
Look, I mean, I would. But if we're going to do Border Wars, I'm not going to fly to Wilder Fury
and then fly to
Border Wars. Like, how many of us could afford to do that? Like, I'm not at Wilder Luis Ortiz because I just went to Mexico, Vegas, Alabama. Like, I can't afford it. I got to pump the brakes sometimes. So, yeah, I think if we're going to be together, we might as well be together around a fight. I would love to be around JD again. I mean, I think JD was the element that made that AJ Ruiz video do what it did because he was the only one believing in Ruiz.
Yeah. And then, we're going to have the B&B going. Texas was fun last time.
Yo, we need to get a real B&B, like a $500 a day B&B, $600 a day, so it's a fucking mansion. Do a UFC 24/7 live stream out that bitch. But JD, man,
no toaster incidents, please.
No toaster incidents, bro. No burning the toast. But we definitely need JD. He says he's gonna sign up like next week. So JD, I think we're gonna get you that fight. There's a 140-pounder. I think it's Sal boy, right? Or is it your boy? Who's the 140?
Nah, it got.
And also Huracan is there too. So JD, we're waiting on Huracan to give us a confirmation, and we're waiting on Donnell to give us a confirmation because Donnell may join a tournament on those days, a WBC tournament. Worst case scenario, there's a 140-pounder, and there is Midi. Now, can Midi make 160? Probably because he's about to fight at 160. I don't know if he's going to want to hold it, but yeah. CYP, man, none of these guys called in. I thought this was their show. Where's CYP and the white boy?
Going that in the chat. I thought these guys were going to call. I don't know, Matt. If Matt,
I mean, they running out of time. It's already 55. This is an hour show. Where they going? Yeah, I thought they was gonna make like a grand announcement, like, yeah, move fuck. CYP, let me see. CYP said he sent it. Let me see. Yes, he did. You got money.
White boy John, CYP, let's call in, fellas. This is y'all's moment, man. Y'all been hyping
Yo,
this up
I
all
told
week.
both of them, send it friends and family. I gave CYP a message, specifically said friends and family. You ain't do that, CYP. Both of y'all lost $9 by not sending it friends and family, so y'all both fighting for $291, whatever that total be. CYP, talk to me. CYP?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Mr. CYP, how are you this morning, champ?
All right, we gonna keep it 100 real quick because this motherfucker really got me mad. Listen to me. I
Whoa,
was
how he
orphaned.
get you
I was
mad?
orphaned. Now listen, man, I'm dead serious. I was orphaned. Me and my fucking brother, special needs. All my siblings were orphaned. I grew up in the motherfucking system. That's real life. Anybody who thinks saying nobody wanted you, that's why your parents gave you up. Nobody wanted you. If you think that shit is gonna make it to 16-ounce gloves in headgear when I see you, you fucking crazy. You watch what the fuck you say. I don't talk about I don't talk about your kids. I don't do that. It's me versus you. Don't get too personal, homie. And I mean that shit for anybody in this motherfucking chat who thinks they gonna show up to Border Wars with me and my motherfucking familia, and you think we gonna see you and not deal with you outside when you taking it personal, you crazy. We about that life. I'm gonna try to keep that shit professional. But if I don't get no motherfucking apology, I'm gonna take that shit for real. Don't ever bring up how a nigga grew up. Don't ever do that shit. We were beaten. We have to go through shit. There are hundreds of foster kids and people who have been orphaned listening to this goddamn show around the world. That's like telling a person with cancer, haha, you got cancer. Don't take shit personal, homie. If you want to fight me, fight me. But you gonna catch these real motherfucking hands if you keep talking that personal shit. Now I'm gonna try to calm down and bring it back on some other shit when you get your mind together. But don't take shit too far, homie. That's real talk. I take that shit fucking personal. Real personal. For me and every fucking foster kid or any kid or any male or female been orphaned, I take that shit personal. Watch that shit, homie. And I mean that.
Well, that is CYP. So, you guys are contracted.
Yo,
at
hold
what
on
weight?
just a second. Whoa. Say, you be talking about my wife, homeboy, so I shut your bitch ass up too. Making it personal and shit. I don't give a fuck how you grew up. And you can't catch these hands, and you will February 29th. Wherever it's at, homeboy.
Okay. No problem. No problem.
Hey,
No problem. Yeah, it is no problem. We already signed the fight, pimpin'.
You're right. It's no problem.
Hold on, fellas. Hold on, fellas. Hold on.
One thing we
Look,
have.
I keep telling y'all we too small to have a P Diddy situation. So please, I mean, look, we know once they fight in the ring, the testosterone will die down. There will be a winner, and somebody will be more apologetic. So right now the testosterone is flying. But please, gentlemen, calling you gentlemen because that's what I believe you are. I believe you both want to see the growth of TBV and not its downfall. Let's keep this in the ring. That's the whole point of this. Like CYP, you even said you watch Rough and Rowdy. So that's the whole point. You guys got beef. We're going to settle it in the ring. And then allow him and yourself to see how y'all feel after the fight before y'all talk about what y'all going to do after the fight outside of the fight. You know what I mean?
When people talk shit and they protect you with headgear and gloves.
No family.
Rough and Rowdy go straight head up.
I know they do,
Take the gloves off. Let's keep the gloves on. Take the headgear off.
CYP,
how about that?
Listen to me. I know Rough and Rowdy does no headgear, but we are all boxing fans, so we've been following boxing rules. You know, we are not pros. We could get in serious trouble for taking the headgear off. So come on, champ. You grown, and you could get your point across in that ring. You got that experience. And then just allow both of you guys to see how you feel after the fight.
Like I said, man. Y'all not real, man. Y'all not real.
No. I understand you. No.
We gonna meet in person and everything cool.
No, everything can't be said. Everything can't be said. You're right.
Okay then.
But
so let you guys own up for what he's saying. I'm owning up for what I'm saying. And when we see each other outside of the ring, outside in the parking lot, we gonna have to talk. Me and him one-on-one. Very simple.
I can't have y'all on the card, man. I can't risk it, bro. I'm not big
that's
enough.
What I thought. You let these niggas talk, but you fucking protect them every fucking time.
I'm not protecting them because I want you to have your fight, champ. I just
Listen,
want.
I can
I
do what
just
the
want.
fuck I want to do outside of that ring, homie. In the parking lot is my business. It's my flight. I paid. I can see him in the parking lot. He can see me in the parking lot. It got nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you.
CYP.
Stay the fuck out of my business.
CYP, you
He
could.
wanted personal. I wanted personal. Let us be personal. And when it's over,
Y'all
we
gonna
go on
have
the ring after that.
Y'all gonna have to meet up without us, man. We can't have that, man. Y'all gonna have to meet up. Y'all got each other number. Y'all be on Skype without us anyway. You know, you guys handle that, man. And you know, if once you guys settled it, you know, you just want to do it in the ring, we can be a part of that. But like, we just can't, man. Can't be a part of a fist fight. They got bare knuckle boxing and all that shit out there. But that's not my thing. I'm into boxing. I'm a boxing purist. That's what I'm into, man. You know, I hope you guys settle your differences and you know, don't be so personal, so that you know you can do this and not have any issues.
Yeah, no, look, build up is build up next, but we've always spoken in Border Wars, no families, no children.
That's just the truth, you know.
Border Wars is about a brotherhood, look, because we got the Border Wars weigh-ins, we got the pre-fight dinner, the post-fight dinner, and all that. We can't have all this craziness going on.
We trying to have camaraderie. That's why we're talking about doing it around a fight, so that we could all be around the fight and watching a fight with 30-something guys. Not, you know, we ain't trying to beef, man. We trying to like have fun. This is a fight club. Like I said, I always say it's like a bowling league. It's self-sustained because that's how a bowling league is. It's sustained by its members. But
we build a bond because it's like we say, not everybody gets in that ring. Not everybody is willing to. You're gonna pay money to get punched in the face, point blank. Period. You know, that's a bond that we have all together, and that's why all my Border Wars people. We all consider each other like family. We get together and it's like family.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we just look, man. We're not trying to have that shit, you know. It would be perfect.
Ring, cool.
You guys would be setting an example by, you know, clearing up your differences in the ring and keeping it in the ring. You know, that is what would be the best. But let's go out to Anthony, Queen City, Cobra. Talk to me, champ.
What up, man? It's been a minute. Shit. Niggas been busy, man. Shit, I'm down here in the weed lab right now trying to see what's popping with my shit. But I just hopped on, man. What's up with it? What's
I mean, a lot's been said.
CYP. That boy sound like the new H Money. What's going on? Who he mad at?
He mad at his opponent, but we don't know if that's even gonna happen now because they've gotten personal with each other.
Who's his opponent?
That one white boy.
White boy John.
Oh, the one white boy. Oh, I thought he wanted to fight me and shit. Oh, so they gonna do that? What's they specs? Either one of them. Like,
They're fighting
I ain't never even
they
seen,
fighting at 175. They fighting at 175.
125. Oh, interesting. Yeah, man, I ain't shit. I'm gonna have to go back and catch the show, man. I'm gonna be up there though, I guess. If I find something. Who?
Yo, you know who I spoke to yesterday?
I don't know how much. Who?
Eric Garcia. But he don't want the rematch.
Don't tell me he trying to come.
Nah, he don't want the rematch. He like, yo, I'm gonna be there maybe, so maybe we could do like some promotional shit to soup up the rematch. But immediately, immediate rematch, like February doing it, he ain't trying to do it. He like, yo, you know, it's all cool and all, but it ain't cool to get hit in the head. So he ain't fucking with that shit. And that's what I'm saying. This ain't for everybody. This isn't for everybody. I'm telling you, this ain't for everybody.
You know, it ain't, because every single time, man, I get deep into a camp, I be like, yo, I'm hurt, man. My motherfucking knees hurt, shoulder hurt. They almost had to have shoulder surgery and shit, man.
Man, how you so young?
I've been on the couch.
How you so young but so old, champ? You always suffering some sort of something.
It's that party, man.
I think mechanics. Yeah, mechanics. The way I move. I mean, I'm a little fast and shit. You know, strong. I mean, Could be a combination of this shit. I don't know, but I guess I heard it fighting Marvin. Because when I left, I could not even lift my shoulder the rest of for like a week, 2 weeks, man. I thought I actually did tear rotator cuff a little bit, but I didn't need surgery. So. But yeah, I realized I couldn't even lift the motherfucker. So, I don't know. It just happens that way. I don't know. Like I didn't even start getting hurt until I was like late 20s, and then one day I tore my fucking Achilles. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, trying not to get hurt, but I feel him, man. 32.
Damn, you look young for 32.
Yeah, I feel him, man.
Yeah. He is young.
Yeah. Trying to stay young, man. But my ass been on the couch. I realized, okay, it's time to go back to the gym. Nigga starting to get that gut, you know.
Yo, so listen, I was campaigning that, you know, Jose is not a lineal champion because he accepted a merited status to have you and Eric fight for the vacant titles because he was injured, then pulled the fast one, kept those. You were robbed of your opportunity of being claimed the champion after the Eric win, and, you know, now he wants to come back and rematch Cruz. So his box rec says Enrique, Cruz. I'm saying he should fight you.
Yeah.
I'm saying he should fight you just not because you need it, but more because I feel like he needs a legitimate win over someone that we value so that he could get some sort of respect because he's like this clown right now.
Yeah, he is a clown, man. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. I would love to, but I don't think it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You know how Jose is. He'll talk that big game. Oh, I'm going up to heavyweight. Oh, man, he ain't going to fight no. As far as I know, he's retired. And
No, he's definitely fighting.
You know, a guy like that.
He's definitely fighting this time
I need
around.
collateral from him, man.
No, I hear you, and I'm glad that you are the type of person. I told Cruz to accept, and that's why he's fighting Cruz, because Cruz is the only one crazy enough not to accept collateral.
Cruz tripping out. Well, you know, he probably will fight Cruz since he fought him before. But then look at his resume. But look at his resume.
Yeah. His resume is gonna say Enrique, Cruz. That's only given you, me, and everyone else who says that his whole record has been controversial. That's only giving it validity. Like, you got 2 rematches, champ. Like, that's your record.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he need. Yeah, I agree. I don't think he should fight Cruz at all. I don't think Cruz should waste his time on him. I thought Cruz was fighting somebody else.
Well, he was trying to fight at heavyweight versus Eddie Bola de Grasa, but Eddie might not show up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Even though Eddie was offered,
he might not make it.
Even though Eddie was offered all expense paid trip, B&B, and flight if he trains and checks in weekly. You know, listen, I'm down for that, man. Only thing is, like, it depends. It depends who he's fighting. It depends who he's fighting. If he's fighting like Cruz, I would chip in. If he fighting me, I ain't chipping in to make you better to beat me. But, you know, I would do that because if we could get some sort of fat check-in going, build a program where we help someone that big get down to their right weight, all because we gave them moral support on the phone and via FaceTime and shit. Man, I don't know. That'll be good. Like, if he could stick to it, because the thing is, can Eddie stick to it?
Weigh-in thing.
Yeah, like a WBC weigh-in thing.
The WBC did 60, the 60 and 30-day weigh-in type with the 15-day weigh-in. That'll be good. We can do that. Hey, who a champ at 168? Maybe I'll go down there.
They got a vacant title, man.
There is no champ, but that's what I said. Like, if you fight a guy like Colin, but that's too late. You know, I was trying to say you and Cruz moved to 68, and because of your name, your resume, maybe we can talk to the Patreons, put a poll and say, do y'all mind? Do you guys accept a vacant title with Colin and Ant, or Cruz and Colin? But I don't know who else is at 68, right? Like, because Sal could be at 68 if he wants. Colin's at 68. Jordan's at 68. Mitty could be at 68 if he wants. Who else did we say is at 68? Matthews at 68. No, he was at 68, right? He's going down now.
Yeah, I think he. I think he at 68.
Matt and Robert at 68.
Okay, Matt and Robert are 68. So there's a lot of 68-pound fighters.
Man, that means I actually got to work hard. I got to lose. I lose about 20 pounds. Damn. Is there a belt at 75? Or is that was just the 85 shit we was doing?
You said what?
Is there a belt at 75, or was that just the 85, 185?
There is no 75. I did see someone trying to fight at 75. Oh, yeah, CYP. If that fight happens in the ring, CYP and White Boy is at 75.
That dude's crazy.
Honestly,
They're trying to eat worse than H Money.
You said what, Joseph?
Yeah, definitely, because he struggled to get there.
Yeah, Colin would be a better.
Colin, that's probably a better way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he struggled to get. I don't even know how he did it.
Yeah, but you know what? He probably struggled. He probably struggled because he didn't do it in the gym. You know, I heard rumors that he wasn't taking it seriously.
True.
I heard rumors of that. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, he looked like
honestly, I even heard rumors that he might have miss weight, and I told boxing therapy that I said, yo, prepare yourself because they might miss weight or they might not make the weight. He knew that weeks going in.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know, I make the weight 68 though. That's man, shit. If I go down to 68,
so let me ask you,
I'm gonna be mad.
What's your mindset coming off your first loss? You know, I know you say you feel like you weren't really yourself in the ring, but what does that put you at mentally right now?
I say you and Cruz go back into it, man. Freeze Jose out, man. You fight Cruz, man.
Yeah.
Freeze that motherfucker
out.
Could.
I mean,
he's scared. Listen, he's scared. He's scared, bro. That's why he want to fight Cruz, because that's something familiar. That's something he knows. Why you think both his fights are rematches? Freeze him out, man. Freeze him out.
I know he's scared. Yeah, I know he's scared. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't even think about Jose unless he actually put some collateral up. I don't think
he talking about I want to fight Gil. I want to fight. He said he want to fight Gil. He trying to fight Matt.
He just wants some easy shit. He just wants some easy shit, and he don't deserve it.
We got Jordan Baker.
You know, mindset coming off of that.
Jordan Baker saying, why not Mitty versus Ant at 68 for the belt? Mitty deserves a title shot too. They've been out here ducking Mitty.
I still need a little time before Mitty. And you know, as far as my mindset, damn, I didn't get to work out with Mitty while I was out there in London either. But yeah, as far as my mindset going in my head, like, it's gonna sound like a sore loser, but like, I beat myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I beat myself.
I told you to put a rematch clause. I told you to put a rematch clause. You said you ain't need it. Now you on the outside looking in.
Yeah. That boy want to rematch Cantu, but don't want to rematch me.
But I get it though,
because he actually knows.
Think about it though. I mean, I hear you, but think about it. Would you want your resume to say Eric Garcia, Eric Cruz? Eric Garcia, Eric Cruz, like, he want to mix it up because he fought Cantu twice. Now he gonna fight you twice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He want to mix it up. And look, we can't act like him fighting Sal. I mean, he surprised me. Come on, he ain't surprised you?
Nah. I kind of figured he was gonna go for Sal, but the thing I'm like kind of mad about. I was like, Sal gonna beat him. Sal gonna beat him.
I thought he was gonna try to, you know, get a like a Jemmy, you know, like a voluntary. I thought he was gonna like the best. I thought the best he was gonna try to do was Jose. But then it was gonna be like, Jose, I'll fight you. Oh, you don't want to fight? All right, Jemmy, you want a title shot? Colin, you want to like those type of dudes. I like that he went after Sal. You know, so I'm impressed. But let me get to Sal. We got a couple others. We also got JD in Texas. He says he's coming back. He's 0-1 in Border Wars. I don't know, man.
JD, motherfucker. There's a lot of things I like to move, so
just try to get on my game. I don't know why they gonna call me because I'm a 54 pounder, but I have a brother that's at 160.
JD.
Yo.
What up?
Shit, chilling, man. Chilling. Yo, first of all, just a few things, man. I wanted to comment on that Wilder date. Listen, there's nothing better than like watching a fight, like you said, with a group of like-minded guys, man. So definitely, I will pick that date for it. And secondly, man, I wanted to comment on the CYP thing. Listen, man, a lot of us, man, we get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we from the streets, too. You know what I'm saying? We get it. But, like, to me, I'm be honest with you, it almost sounds like he's trying to talk his way out of the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that extra stuff ain't needed, man. Listen, if you really want to whoop the dude, put them gloves on and beat the shit out of him. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, as far as the personal shit goes, I mean, listen, this shit happens in real life boxing. You know what I'm saying? Dudes get disrespectful. They get in the ring and they settle it, and they shake hands after. It really is a gentleman's sport. That's the beautiful thing about the sport. But as far as all that extra shit, man, listen, I don't think that's the right place for that. So if he keep up with that attitude, it sounds like he's trying to talk his way out of this fight because old boy ain't backing down, and it's almost coming across like nervous energy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I hope he proves me wrong and actually go through with this shit and get in there and fight it out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, about me, man. Listen, yeah, I'm 0-1. Yeah. Whatever. I ain't gonna lie. I took Mitty lightly. You know what I'm saying? Badly got in there and trained for him. I thought I was gonna go in there and just hit him with a nice solid body shot, and he was gonna back down. But yeah, man. I mean, whatever, man. Shit happens, man. I still want Mitty. I want Mitty at a lower weight. I want him to get down there to like just get close to 160, and I'll be satisfied. But other than that, man, shit. Yeah, them other guys you mentioned, I'm not familiar with them, man. But I get in there with anybody, man.
Nah, I mean,
I just love the comp.
I wanted you to fight Daniel or Huracan.
Right.
You seen Huracan before, and you seen Daniel before, but we'll see, man. We'll know for sure in about a week. What we know is that worst case scenario, you and Mitty could rematch because he is available without a fight. The issue is going to be the getting you guys to agree on a good weight so that you can feel competitive. But
hey, man, I
hear
catch
there's
him at
another
165 if he.
At 165, man, you can't weigh 165 if you tried.
But bruh, it's not about that. I'm trying to get him down to where a weight that he would actually agree and come in at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to get him like if 160 is. Heard him say something like 160 is he got to push himself to make 160. So 165. I just don't want him to come in at 190 and shit.
Nah, I hear you. I'm gonna work on that for you because I know he's in. I know he's in camp now, so I'm gonna work on that for you. Let me get to some other callers. I could boomerang you back in a bit.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You invited him to the ring? Why?
Yo lo invité a que subiera. Como decimos en México, hay que dejarnos de mamadas. ¡Viva México!
And like we say in Mexico, we don't fuck around. ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yo, what up?
You.
Good morning, TBV Border War Show. What's going on, fellas?
Matt, what it do?
Not much, man. Not much. Pretty excited now. Now that everything's signed up and official, we're ready to go. Getting ready for February. Getting ready to train. We're getting ready to kick off camp. I've been staying in shape. I'm only like 10 to 12 pounds above what I was. So I'll be ready to go weight wise. It's just that's why I'm glad so I get to focus on more of my training, more sparring, getting my reflexes down and whatnot.
That's exactly what you should
And,
do, bro.
then,
You should totally ignore, weight and just, focus on training, bro. Boxing training, technique, stamina, being in that ring, shadow boxing in the ring, pivoting, keeping your hands up. At this level, it's about activity and hands up.
yeah, and that's what I've been working on, man. I've been doing that, like you said earlier. I was doing that shadow boxing, like little 2-pound weights, 5-pound weights, getting at least like 4 to 5 rounds in, just doing that. And then hopefully I'm gonna go up,
5 pounds, man.
work
5
out with
pounds
John.
too heavy, bro. You got to be losing form at 5 pounds. There's no way your form is looking good at 5-pound weights.
Well, that's just I was doing the 5 pounds just to to prepare my arms for getting tired. You know what I mean?
I mean, gloves 16 ounces, champ. 2-3 pound weights, that's good. But you got a coach out there.
Yeah. I see. But yeah, we got this coach out here now. We're finna pick up the activity more. He's got his amateurs and like I guess you would say pros, semi-pros, because they don't do like full pro activities. But they're training like crazy, and everybody's fighting every other month. So we're working with them. I get to spar with them.
His pros do MMA and boxing pro fights, so they kind of do a little bit of both.
Okay. As long as they letting go on you, so that you know what it feels like before you get to the fight.
They don't know me, bro. So they don't give a damn. They don't. They treat newcomers and try to make a point. So it's good work.
So what you got planned, man? What you got planned? What made you go for Robert? I mean, a dude that obviously just fought at a higher weight than you.
Robert came in the chat and came for me.
Yeah, but he's still at a higher weight.
Which is what I was telling. Yeah, but he's gonna come down, and that's the challenge. I watched Rob fight in person. I know he was at a bigger weight, but he's gonna be coming down to my weight. So I want to see how that goes. I know he'll. And it's just a simple fact of challenging myself, and if I could beat Rob, I know I can beat Rob just like I knew I was gonna beat Jimmy. Looking at everything and looking at myself, I know I can train myself hard enough and get this W like I know I can.
That's what's up.
The challenge presented itself, and I accepted.
But now here's the issue, man. Is now the weigh-ins of the day before. Rob's gonna weigh in at 168, but what is he gonna hydrate you? You are right around.
Yeah, but I don't know about hydrate, man. I mean, at this level.
Yeah, we're not like professional athletes. There's no way he's gonna go up real crazy. I mean, maybe if he was built like Colin probably got up to like 180 the next day, just because he was so frail, getting thin, and he ate and got more water in him. But
I don't know, man. Rob's got a lot of muscle mass.
Nothing to diss on Rob.
He's gonna have to come down and make a concerted effort to get to the 68 limit. He's quite a bit of muscle mass. He's got huge arms.
That's cool. That's great. It's something to prepare for. I've taken all that into notice, and I know what I'm gonna work with and what we're gonna work.
So what's up? You got ring outfit planned? What's gonna be because I mean, you trying to make a name for yourself here, or what? You talking about you want title shots?
I'm taking all that into consideration right now, and that's like, getting the tips and whatnot. I might come in. I got something planned. That's why I'm looking at all this new gear and looking at all this new stuff.
Look, he gonna take lessons from Big Brother, and I'm gonna show him how to be a real star.
Well, Matt, let me get to some other fighters here. We got really quick Rue in the 504. Talk to me.
What is up, Rue? How are you,
what's
champ?
going on there?
Morning.
What's happening, fellas?
What's up?
It seems like every time this border wars thing happens, it just gets better and better. I don't really know what else to say about it. The fights that are being announced, they're very exciting, and I hope all of them do take place. I mean, it's just like there's certain people that definitely have certain energy about themselves, and it's very suspect. And I agree with a caller a couple of calls ago. It definitely looks like some people are trying to talk their way out of certain fights. It's just plainly evident. All throughout my life, the loudest dude is always the one that doesn't want anything to go down. They're just hoping and praying nothing happens. So hopefully I'm wrong and these fights happen, but I'm not holding my breath on one fight. That's for sure. But that's my call.
All right, we got
Rue. Hey, we got to get you at Border Wars, Rue.
Yeah, man. We got Majid in Florida. Talk to us. Majid, you working today? Just listening, champ? No problem. Pat in Beantown. Talk to us.
What is up, Pat? How's that work been? I saw you always in the gym, man.
Yeah, man. I've been staying in the gym. I'm super excited to watch this one, guys. I wish I could be a part. You know that. I never got the chance, but shout out to Caesar, man. I know that we were going to put on a show for everyone if Las Vegas went through and Jose didn't bitch out. But we'll have to save that one for another card. You know that. And, man, I can't wait for this CYP white boy. I hope it stays on. You know, I don't see why they can't just do it in the ring. And then, I mean, after I feel like that will kind of squash it a bit. You know, there may still be some hard feelings, but at least, bro, after you duke it out, it's hard to keep hard feelings. You know?
No, you're right, Pat. It ain't like a street fight, man. You got 6 minutes. 6 minutes. That's a long time.
And that's all I asked. I said, listen, have the fight in the ring, and if you still feel like, allow yourself to see how you feel after. He want to have the fight in the parking lot before the fight. Like, come on, man, you gonna ruin an event. Cops gonna come. Like, we don't want that. That's what the ring is for.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just what comes with CYP. He always brings the heat. I mean.
And everyone is excited for that fight, so don't let the public down. Everybody's excited for that shit now. Y'all talked it up.
I know what you're saying, but when you come the way he does, you know, I feel like sometimes that's what happens, you know, and lines have been crossed in his eyes and in John's eyes. So I mean, I see where both of them are coming from. It's just like as a fan, I want to see the fight. And I know that people are going to subscribe to Patreon because that fight's been hyped more than any fight I've seen on Border Wars yet. And I know everybody, once CYP starts talking or John starts talking, the chat starts going crazy, man. And it stops being about boxing. It starts being about Border Wars, you know? Even on a boxing episode or whatever, podcast.
Nah, I totally agree, man. Like I said, it's one that everyone is excited for. So I hope they can settle their differences and get it going for the public.
Let me just say, guys, you got to understand, these are not our gyms that we're using, so we can't have you fight in the parking lot.
90 seconds.
And we'll never be able to come back. You know what I mean? Like, so keep that in mind. It's more than just yourselves out there.
Yo, shout out to you guys for giving us the platform, though. Thank you.
All right, champ. NO Mastermind, talk to me.
Really on the audio sound.
You definitely on speaker.
60 seconds.
And you breaking up now.
I sound a little better now. I'm good. I'm still sound kind of bad.
Nah, you sound better.
What up, man? Staying safe out there?
What the topic is, man? I'm on this road right now. I'm just moving around. What we talking about?
We talking Border Wars today. It's Saturday.
Yeah. My bad. I forgot. You heard me? I got 200 on CYP. You heard me? Who taking me up on that?
I mean, we got to see if the fight gonna happen, man. They done crossed lines.
Man, come on, don't do that. Better don't do that. Better fight gonna happen, man.
It ain't me. They done crossed lines with each other, and now they got to work out some personal shit before, or we can't have that fight on the card because they gonna kill each other, man. Nobody want no
10 seconds.
I ain't trying to be involved in nobody's no aggravated assaults, none of that shit.
No, the fight going on CYP.
Man, you got to get that service together. I know you working, though. Shout out to all my truck drivers,
Iron
man.
Sal's ready to come on.
Iron Sal, is he there? He ain't there yet. Tell him to call. I'm going to call him, dial him, and Dialing you in, Iron Sal.
But yeah, guys, look, no
In the
fights in the
meantime, let's
parking
get
lot
to.
afterwards, man.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll say, yeah, just no fights in the parking lot afterwards. None of that stuff, bro. Like I said, that's Ness comes out of his own pocket to do this, and that's professionalism. We can't ask to use somebody's gym and then bring all that nonsense to somebody's gym. Gym owners are already kind of wary. Ness will tell you about a bunch of random guys coming in. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. We
So
had
for y'all to
LA
do
get
that,
canceled. LA got canceled. We showed up with 30 something dudes. The dude was like, ho. So yeah, man, it's not easy because look, sparring is already something that's considered a danger. You talking waivers, testosterone, So yeah, but I from what I'm reading in the chat, looks like they are slowly getting settling things. Looks like we got. Is that Donald? That is Donald in Richmond, California. Talk to me.
What's going on, man? I hope that that CYP and the one white boy situation get better. I like to see that fight, and like I said before, when last time I called CYP, he reminded me of one of my older partners. He sound like him, and he's got that same demeanor as him too, where he ain't gonna take no shit from nobody. But I understand how you feel about the situation where you can't like have nobody coming to do anything like that. Like you need to keep it in the ring. So hopefully they can sort it out and keep it in the ring. I like to see that fight. I'll put some money on CYP. I've been wanting to get into this for a while, but because of working, I right now I can't really travel. I really wish I could come to that. I'm hoping that maybe in a couple of weeks or something would change to where I could say I could come. What's his name? That fought Mitty John, is that his name? Like me, I think me and him would be a good fight because JD. I'm not as big as Mitty. He was saying Mitty is 190. I'm always like my walk around weight is like 168, and then when I get into training and stuff, like I could get to like 154 or even 147. So I mean, I know that he's got some experience.
That's what's better for him.
I know he's got some experience. Yeah, and I could, and if I'm given enough time, I can get to 147. Because like I said, I'm out of shape, and I'm like 168.
Well, I'll do you one better.
I get in shape,
I'll do you one better. We're gonna put some more pressure on CYP because we're going to Texas because Marvin won and he's the champion. CYP could do what Ducey did. And, but the thing is, Ducey kind of disappeared on us. We don't know what he wants to do. But CYP, if he beats John, the next one could be in L.A. in his gym. You know what I'm saying? You are in the California area. There's plenty of Californians.
Listen, like I told you, the gym that I go to, it's in Galt, which is kind of like by Sacramento. I don't know if you want to come that far, but I can guarantee you this, that my coach that I have, like I told you, my coach is Robert Guerrero's uncle, which is Russell Guerrero.
I go everywhere.
Super fucking cool.
I'll go
Dude,
everywhere,
he's super
man.
cool. Like
it's up to the fighters,
though.
though. Like we going to Texas because of the champion and because there's so many other fighters in and around that Texas area. So we try to do what's better for the fighters.
Right, yeah,
but definitely to have a Guerrero be the host. We had a Caputillo be the host. We had Keith Thurman.
And I'm sure he could have Russ. I mean, I'm sure he could have Robert there because Robert, he comes there a lot,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure if he did it, Robert would definitely be there, and not unless he's like in the camp for a fight. I mean, if it's hosted at a time to where Robert is in the camp for a fight, I'm 100% sure Robert will be there.
Well, listen, Donald, man, let me get to some other callers. We got Caesar in Vegas. Caesar, what's up, brother? How are you?
What's good, fellas? What's good? How you guys doing this morning?
All good, brother. Up early out there, huh?
Yeah, man. You guys start too early. But I never catch the show in the beginning, but I always wake up and you guys are always live, so I could call in and say what's up and but yeah, man, I fucking love Border Wars, man. You guys do your thing with you guys. This idea was awesome because you guys give us a chance to basically better ourselves, and not just physically but mentally as well, And I've been kind of keeping my weight steady, since I lost, because I lost like 20 pounds, man. So I was like at 190, and I got down to 170, and now I've been staying between 165, 170. So just watching what I eat, whatever. But yeah, I was pretty excited about the Patrick fight. Shout out to him as well. I seen he gave me a little shout out, and respect for taking it, man. We're looking forward to even having it this weekend for the Wilder fight, but didn't end up happening. It's all good. I know you guys will be back to the West Coast. If I'm able to go to the East, I will definitely do it because I love to travel. I love to get to know new places. So it'd be cool to go out there and hang out with you guys.
Is Texas expensive for you guys? From Vegas to Texas, is that expensive? Is it better to fly to the East?
No, it's definitely less expensive to go to Texas.
Okay. Yeah, because it's cheaper for everybody. I think Florida is another one that's cheap for me. It's like fucking if I get Florida, like I could buy tickets to Florida January 12th through the 15th. I was already looking for $91 round trip. That's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's nice. No, but about the CYP and John fight, the fight that pretty much everybody's talking about, everybody's excited about. Come on, don't take that away from us, guys. Come on, man. Like, think about it like this: we grown ass men. All right, we don't need to get law enforcement involved. We don't need to get no ambulances called, nothing like that. We don't need the drama, bro. This ain't high school, man. We grown ass man. We got hairy ass nutsacks. Let's just act like it. Let's act like it. So keep it professional. You know what I'm saying? If you get in your feelings, then that just means you're emotional. But hey, what? At least you can take them out in the ring. It's not like you're gonna keep that lump in your throat. You could express it in the ring. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to ruin it. Bring problems to the show, which we all love. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that bad apple that just ruins it for everybody else. Just handle your business. You have a time and a place to handle your business. So show everybody why you're the better man. That's it, man. We're grown ass men. Let's act like it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, Caesar. They got 6 minutes total to handle that. 6 minutes in the ring.
Nah, it's gonna be a good fight, man. I'm pretty sure they'll put those differences aside and get it done in the ring.
Somebody call the police.
Nah.
Call the police.
Nah. That's not.
They talking about fighting outside.
They talking about fighting outside in front of the.
All right. I'm going. All right. I just want. All right, cool. I'm good. All right.
Ah, man. Boomerang, Robert Bonilla. What up, Bomb Boxing? Good morning, man. How are you? Bomb Boxing. Just listening, okay. Okay, I hear you.
Man, I'm just sitting here listening, but yeah, they need to settle the differences. I like to see it. I couldn't make the last one, because of my house situation and my family situation, and I'd like to be getting back involved in the border wars, but unfortunately, this time, I just took a job as a VP heading over to Kentucky for a while, so I'm gonna try to get out to Texas though, and pay for that and come out and watch.
That would be good, man. We could use you as a ref or even in the crowd. But congratulations on the promotion, bro. I mean, I know you're not moving, to a whole nother state if it wasn't a promotion or worth the money. So congrats, man, to you and your family, because I know you suffered that fire. So at least something good has come.
Last thing is, God has really put me back down on the earth, you know what I mean? And it just makes you focus on what's important. But nah, man, I appreciate all the love and respect. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. But I'm going to be coming back out to Phoenix in March. When is the date for this? Do we have
this
it set
one?
up yet?
We are February. I mean, the set date is the 29th, but we put it out there to the fighters to see would they rather get together the week before during the Wilder fight, so that after the Border Wars fights, we could all watch the Wilder fight together and kind of fucking, chill out, man. Because I've done that so many times with so many of these guys that it's a dope feeling, man. It sucks to watch TV boxing alone. It's just not the same.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, just let me know about the dates and everything. I'll be going back and forth to Phoenix until I get my family out to Kentucky. So I'll definitely be available to come to Texas. So, but I'm listening, man. The shit's heating up. It's getting interesting. I love this time of year.
All right. Well, thanks for
glad
calling
to hear
in.
You do good, champ.
So yeah, man. That would be good, man. That would be good. We wanna try and get as many people out as possible, man. The more, the better. Get it bigger. Really get it popping. So let's see who's there. All right, let's try this again. Let's go out to John. How are you, John?
I've always been good, man. That's what's up.
806 champ.
Hands-free calling. Turn-by-turn directions.
All right, let me get to Sal. Sal, what's up? I muted you, John. Don't worry. I'll get right back to you. Don't worry. It's just, this guy doesn't have the time, and he's been trying to get on. What's up, Iron Sal? How are you? Get off speaker, champ. You killing us.
Hold on. Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
What's going on, guys?
Main event, man. How do you feel? Main event status.
I'm good, man. I'm good. So is that official?
I mean, Marvin said it's official. He's you're signed up. He's the champ. Everybody's coming to Texas because of him. I mean, he said it's official. It's official.
Yeah. Well, if the champ says it, I mean, all he needs to do is sign up. Now I'm already signed up. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't intend him on not signing up. I think he understands that we're only going to Texas because of him and his hometown fight.
Yeah, well, it should be a good one. I'm surprised, honestly, that he wants to fight.
Can you refresh my memory? When you started, what was your weight?
Before I lost weight or what I fought at?
No, I know you fought at 165 before you lost the weight.
Yeah. I started at like 213 pounds, something like that, man. That was crazy. I was overweight.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All right, so this is very similar. He started somewhere like in the 248s, and you guys have worked your way down. The only thing is that you've shown you know how to really lose weight. You went past 185 where the fight is scheduled at, and you went to 165. But now you're walking around like what, 190? What are you at?
The last time I checked, like maybe 2 weeks ago, I was like at 186, 187, or 186 point something.
Oh, so you're right on the limit. It's all about technique for you at this point.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm ready, bro. This camp is different from the first camp because all the other camps because this is just pure technique. That first one, I was trying to learn how to box and lose the weight. I was on a timeline, so that's why I know I'm ready. I know I can hang in there, and I know I can beat anybody at 185. That's why I'm so confident.
So let me ask you, when you don't have any amateur fights or anything, this has just been all since Border Wars?
Yeah, that's it. But I mean, I just stay in the gym and I get sparring and good sparring from amateurs and stuff like that, semi-pros. So I know where I'm at. It's just my schedule, my life schedule as far as working on that. It wouldn't allow me to take it that much more serious. You know what I mean? Because my hours are crazy.
And your age?
I just turned 27 in September.
Okay, so you're the older guy, and you're claiming more experience too, right?
Oh, definitely. I mean, he'll tell you that too, though.
And you think you're the more skilled fighter?
Oh, I am. I mean, video will show. I mean, I show more skill than my first fight where I barely had a box than all the fights he's had.
And you know that the way that you talk adds pressure. Or you may not feel that pressure, but as a commentator, like, I'm going to tell my audience that you are this braggadocious, I think I am the most skilled Border Wars fighter since Border Wars started. So, like, what I mean to say is, like, you kind of set the standard high because you are putting yourself on this pedestal. So I'm expecting, like, Mayweather Canelo, right? Because you are the smaller man in your champion's eyes, right? I can't call him the challenger. Marvin believes you're the smaller man. So if you're the smaller man, you gotta like Canelo him because you keep claiming to have these superior skills. Like you laughed at one of his right hand back hooks that landed and really shook up Ant.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's kind of like you break tape down, and he has like the same bad tendencies, and that wasn't gonna catch me, no way. I mean, but Ant's a southpaw, so that Ant didn't see that thing coming. So I mean, I understood what he threw, but I'm looking at it in a different standpoint. He's really wide, and I don't know, bro. Like I just think it'll be. When I say it, I think it's gonna be an easy fight. But what I mean by easy, I mean it's like, of course, it's gonna be. I'm gonna go in there and it's not gonna be like a walkover. Like I'm gonna knock him out. But I don't think I'll struggle. I think I'm just gonna set the pace. I just think for the fact that he doesn't have rounds in the gym, I think that's really gonna show. And
but what about the fact that his style is more juggernaut? Like he don't care about your skill and he don't care about Ant's muscles. He's going in there, he's pushing you back, he's letting hands go. He doesn't like Mayweather had trouble with Maidana and Castillo because they didn't care about his skill.
Yeah, well, I mean, styles make fights. I mean, he can come forward, but I mean, I can fight off my back foot. So which way it goes, like I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna adapt to whatever. I mean, I've shown you guys through the years that when you guys see me spar, I spar guys smaller, bigger, taller, my height, like, and I always, if you look at all the sparring footages, I never fight the same. So I don't claim to be this super great skilled fighter. Like I still got a lot to go. I don't think I'm ready for like to fight Medi, but like at our level, at Marvin's level and Ant's level and Cruz's level, like I feel like I'm superior to them.
He put them all on the list. Oh my god! So
because eventually I want to fight all of them. I want to give Marvin, and then I'm gonna give Ant his nod because I've been wanting Ant. And then I think I told Cruz to his face, like I want to fight Cruz out of respect because I want to get in there and I really respect Cruz out of everybody, bro. Like I respect everybody, but Cruz is one of those guys, man. Like he just got that heart, man. That's he fights anybody, he won't care, bro. And I like that. I want to get in the ring with somebody like that because I think that would probably be the most exciting fight that I get in, just for the fact of I know who Cruz is. I know the fight he brings. He'll go in there just like how he did with Huracan, like. That guy was this amateur, this, that, and the other, and Cruz didn't care about none of that. Cruz don't care about what they say you got on paper. Like he's gonna go in there and fight, So I like that, So yeah, I want all of them, and then I want to move back down, and then I'll take the belts at whoever's at 168, and then I'll retire.
Whoa! So that's 4 fights. That's your 4-fight plan. You're saying next is Ant. Then you want Cruz, and then you're moving down to 160 for Mitty, because Mitty is gonna have that belt at 160. If Southside Ducey come back, he got a voluntary, then he gonna have the mandatory Mitty or JD winner, whoever wins at that fight. If Mitty's still undefeated.
Well, I mean, 4 fights in, after all those fights, I feel like if there's gonna be any time for me to be ready, that's gonna be it. After serving those 3 fights. And win or lose, it don't matter. I'll go in there and fight. Obviously by then I feel like not only those fights that I'll have, those camps and everything, I should be, at the most ready I'll ever be for a Mitty or a JD. So I'll be good with that.
Yo, listen, see, you're fighting a guy that has the same mindset as you, right? Because he didn't give us a 4-fight plan because he already fought some of those guys you mentioned. But he said his retirement fight is versus Doomsday. So the both of you guys are seeking greatness individually with your own individual plan. Definitely both showing. I mean, the fact that I want the public to remember that you went to New Jersey and signed to fight Ant, and a lot of fuckery happened and you didn't get your shot, and now you're signing to fight the guy that beat Ant, while also trying to fight Jose, who ducked you. You might have one fight, but you are exactly what you said Cruz is, a guy that would fight anybody. I questioned it. I did question it because of the Lawrence situation. He wanted all the smoke he could get, and you didn't take it. And I knew you should have took it. But
Yeah.
I mean, look, it is what it is. You're here now. You're going up for the unified championship of the world in his hometown. Does that play any part?
Nah, honestly, I look at it. I'm actually kind of happy that it's at his house, bro, because it's the pressure's on him, not on me. Like
That's so
he's the
true.
champ, he's at home. Like to me, I'm just this according to him, this small little Mexican that needs to be down in the division. Like, I don't got no pressure on me, but I mean, I think everybody who knows, who's been in front of me and kind of like seen some of the stuff that I can do, they give me my just due. Like, look, bro, Ant thinks I'm gonna beat him. Why does Ant think I'm gonna beat the guy that just got in the ring and fought him? It's like I
Hey,
don't I
that's
don't
sour
care, bro.
grapes though, champ.
Yeah, that's sour grapes. Tell him,
Nah,
Joseph.
I mean, it could be, but at the end of the day, like I think we still have enough respect for each other where we'll be honest with each other. I would assume, I don't think
So
they got that much sour grapes, but I don't know, bro. I'm gonna go in there and I know what I'm gonna do, bro. I'm gonna set the pace. Marvin, I already know what to expect from Marvin. I've been in the gym with guys like that before. I don't think he's ever been in the gym with a guy like me before, though, because he doesn't. It's not because he don't want to. It's because he can't find the work. That's as far as what he says. So, like, what's he gonna do to prepare? I mean, it don't matter. Even if he does, it doesn't matter. I don't think these 3 months is gonna be able to give him enough time to prepare for that. Like, I don't know. I'm ready, bro. All I gotta say is I'm ready. I know what I'm gonna do, and come after February, bro. Those belts are gonna come back to California like they should have been a long time ago when I was supposed to fight Jose. So it
Oh
doesn't
my
matter.
God.
The inevitable is gonna come. So
That's
I don't care.
beautiful. That's beautiful. You know why? Because if you win those belts and CYP beats John, we could definitely go back to California and have another California one now, because it's like Champion and CYP, he's making a lot of noise for himself, so it would merit going back to the West.
Yeah, man, definitely. It would be cool. The last time, I mean, that last Border Wars in LA, man, it was, I think, probably one of the best ones so far. Honestly,
Definitely was one of
yeah.
the best. That ring was a little small, but I mean, doing it in Javier Capotillo's gym, all those people watching, it was a lot of people watching. So it was pretty fun. Sal, let me get to some other people. Thank you, obviously, for finding the time, being on the West Coast to call in the Border Wars and letting the world know exactly who you are, letting them remember who you are, and also, letting us know your 4-fight plan. Definitely like what I am hearing. Let me see. So we're going to try that one more time with John, that one white boy. John, come on, brother. What's up?
Amarillo, Texas, John, baby. What up, baby?
Oh, just working, man, on a Saturday.
I see you painting the house over there.
Hell yeah, I got to put in the extra hours. I started a new job with a different company about a week ago, and they don't pay PTO time this early, or not PTO, I'm sorry, holiday. So I'm working today for Thursday and Friday. But what's up?
Nothing, brother.
Is the fight still on?
I mean, tell us a little bit about yourself, outside of the fact that you're fighting CYP, who are you? Who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya?
I'm that one white boy. No, I mean, shit, I'm from Amarillo, Texas. Was homeschooled. Didn't get to play a lot of sports, but I'm pretty athletic. Let's see here. I'm a pretty boring person, really. I just have a pretty boring life. I go to work. I go to the gym. I got a beautiful wife, though. That's one thing. God bless me with a beautiful wife. And, let's see here.
So what does she think? What does she think about this? What does she think about you putting on this exhibition?
She don't even like boxing, but I show her what CYP does, and she just laughs. You know what I mean? She just laughs. She said, I showed him that video of him shadow boxing. She said, he looked like a cat. But look like.
So how long have you been in the boxing gym that gives you the confidence to fight CYP?
I mean, it's not even the gym. It's just life in general. I've been through shit too, just like him. You know what I mean? I've been into maybe 6 or 7 street fights. Nothing compared to his 100 certified. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck that means. But
he said he had 100 street fights.
He said he had 100 certified. He asked me for receipts. I was like, I don't ask for receipts in a street fight, but okay. He's a little weird. I think you need a doctor, really. He's a little delusional. I think maybe he might be a psychopath, but I'm still down to fight him. I don't know what JD thinks. He said, "Sounds like I'm the one ducking."
Nah, you misinterpreted that. You
175.
misinterpreted that. You misinterpreted that. He said the opposite.
Oh, he said CYP. No, he said that one white boy.
No, he's on the line. He definitely didn't say.
no.
He definitely didn't say. It sounds like you are trying to get out the fight.
Yeah, I meet this fool at 175. I even put down a $300 deposit that he asked for, and I'm the one running. Shit. He had mentioned in the chat that he was an orphan and his parents didn't want him. So I simply said, "Yo, no one wants you." If he wants to get butthurt about that, he said some shit about my wife like 3 days ago. I didn't even bring it up. He's the emotional one, and then he wants to be all like, "Oh, you're bringing up personal stuff." I didn't even say anything about your orphanage until you was like, "Don't make things personal." You crybaby girl. Go braid your hair or something.
But listen, how can you expect for nothing to? I mean, like, how can you try and salvage?
He's a grown ass man.
All right, but
He's
how
a
can you
grown-ass
try and
man.
salvage this event? How can we try and salvage this fight between the two of you so that it does take place? Because you guys,
Yeah, because
he's an emotional wreck. Anything I say, he's gonna get butthurt. Every time we do this on a Saturday, I already know how to get in his head. If I win the fight before if I win the mental game, I'm already in there. I'm in there like the latest fashion in swimwear, Ness.
all right,
I'm in
but
his head.
we need to know that
Hey, that's not on. Hey, listen, I will fight this man in the ring before and whatever happens after. I mean, I don't want none of that. He was already in my DMs about a week ago saying, "You're going to get the police call because we're going to take it to the streets." But I didn't post that. I didn't say nothing. This fool's scared, bro. He knows he can't beat me in the ring, so he's got to take me to the street. And then after I whoop him in the ring, he's not going to want none.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, the way you guys were talking, it sounds like he's trying to see you in the parking lot before the fight, and that's what we cannot have.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's the one running. Oh, do it before, because he wants the fight canceled, Ness. That boy is scared. He's a scary boy. I'm going to knock that jawline out real quick. And he knows it. He seen my footage. He knows it.
Now, John, look, I mean, me and you talk all the time, bro. I got the bet placed on you. I've told you, border wars is never a personal thing. Obviously, I expect you to defend yourself, not be just talked about, however. But is there anything you feel like you could do on your end to maybe just get this fight in the ring, man?
Yeah, I apologize. CYP, you know what, bro? If you're going to get your feelings hurt about bringing up something of your life, my bad, bro. Hey, here's the thing. I guess I just don't talk to you no more. You know what I mean? I guess if you're going to get butthurt about everything, I just won't speak no more. I'll just train. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be there. I ain't got to talk a bunch of shit. It's fun. We got to sell the fight. But you just done messed it up, bro. Get on here like a woman.
Absolutely, John. Look, and like I said, man, you are obviously one of my promoted fighters that I promote. We have you on the Texas promotions.
Team Texas, son.
And look, man, at the end of the day, we carry ourselves as professionals, which I fully expect of you. Like I said, this is Ness's job, and look, we want the fight to go off. John, you and CYP have literally built this border wars on you guys' back. So let's change gears from that real quick. John, what made you want to start boxing? Like, what caught your interest in border wars?
In border wars, Jim J, whenever about 6 months ago when I started listening, he was like, border wars, shouting it. I had been looking for something like this. I've been training for boxing about 1 year and 3 months now. But really, what got me into boxing was I used to smoke a lot of pot and I used to smoke cigarettes and drink, and I had to replace it with something. And I was lifting weights and everything, but it just wasn't doing it for me. I used to watch the UFC a lot. I used to do a little MMA training and shit like that. But man, they be doing conditioning on their shins. They take pieces of wood and be deadening the nerve endings in their shin. I'm not about that life. You know what I mean? That's some crazy shit. But I just stick to boxing, I feel like if you can't beat me with your hands, you a bum. If you got to use your legs and feet, whatever. But I'll beat you just with my hands.
Well, let's bring on your opponent, man, and see where he's at with this. Mr. CYP, what's up, brother? You hear the streets talking. They want this fight. They want to see you guys in the ring, man. What assurances could you give us?
This, to me, this is simple. Oh, y'all just getting done? Y'all just getting done?
Yes.
Okay, how was your workout?
Great.
All right.
Go ask him.
All right.
We did great today.
All right, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll see. Hello?
Go ahead, Chip.
Yeah, you on speaker,
All right,
brother?
No. I'm walking into the gym. Anyway, listen, man. I'm gonna make a promise. I promise on my word that when I get there, I won't say nothing to him. I might not even look his way. We will have our Border Wars fight 100% on my part. Won't do nothing, won't say nothing to him. That's the only promise you're gonna get from me. I ain't gonna do nothing inside of that gym. I ain't gonna do nothing in that parking lot. That's my word. Nothing in the gym, nothing in the parking lot. That's it. We gonna have the fight.
That works for me.
For anybody
That
who thinks,
works.
anybody who really thinks that as soon as I told y'all on Saturday, if he makes his deposit, I put my deposit in. I did exactly that. You telling me I'm scared, but I put my deposit in as soon as it was confirmed that his was in. But I'm scared. I'm scared, but I'm willing to actually take off the headgear and just go with the gloves. I'm scared, but I want a street fight. I'm the scared one. Y'all just heard that man talk. Y'all know damn well that man can't see me. Y'all know that. When I asked that man if was he verified in the streets, it's easy to be verified. Who could vouch for you? That's what verification is. See, he don't know that. You got to find somebody to verify for me. I got lots of people who will verify for me, and if you want me to, I'll have them call in. That's not the point. The point is I'm talking to him, asking him questions. He can't answer these questions because he didn't talk himself into something he can't handle. I never talked about the man's wife. He brought her up. And I asked him, I said, you know what, man, if that's the truth, show the receipts. You said you got them, show them. Why am I the only one willing to put the receipts out there? I'm the only one willing to show y'all the screenshots. But then the people in the chat call me the fucking liar. I don't have time to lie. I'm a business owner, yo. I don't have time for this bullshit. That's why I told my partners this morning, before the conversation, I told them, yo, we going to be in Whoop-De-Whoop on February 29th. They like, for real, for real, for real? They're like, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Everybody excited. Everybody excited. I couldn't tell nobody until he put his deposit in. I've been hiding this because I couldn't tell nobody because I don't want nobody getting their hopes up for nothing. But the facts are what the facts are. If he got his deposit, I'm in there like swimwear. I'm not tripping on him. But when you talk about somebody that personally, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's the show's fault because his corny ass jokes don't work, and you know they don't work. His lies don't work, and you know they don't work. So then he takes it to the third step. The third step is getting personal about where somebody grew up. You don't take it that far. It's like, dude, none of that's gonna help you win. But what it did was it pissed me off, got me all mad, and somehow that's gonna help him win a fight 3 months from now. Like y'all have never been real fighters. I know you haven't been real fighters. Because if you were, you would know something somebody said 3 months ago ain't gonna carry into a fight 3 months from now. Y'all know nothing about fighting. That's the point. I'm almost insulted that I'm even on here arguing about this dumb shit because y'all not fighters. A fighter, no. If you're gonna say something about a man, it's because you're about to get with that man right then. Everything you say before that don't matter if it's months down the line. I need to cut that shit out. When it comes down to there, I'm just gonna remember it. It's not gonna fuel me. Some people use emotion to get them to fight, but that don't mean they use it in the fight.
Yeah, shut up.
God. Go ahead.
Nah, he dropped off.
I'm right here. I asked y'all to go ahead.
Nah, that was
I'm here.
that was not John though. That was someone else. They dropped off.
No, did y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh yeah. No. I was waiting to see if y'all had some kind of comment because I told you I give you my word. My word as a man. I ain't gonna do nothing to that man.
That's all. I mean, look, we all happy with that because everybody wants to fight. You see the amount of people that called in excited about the fight, asking you guys not to cancel the fight. So like, that's all we want to hear. That you know that you guys can put those differences aside, make sure that nothing happens at the event other than the fight, and we excited with that, bro. You know, everything else everything else don't really matter.
And don't let him run off with this. He ain't got to talk to me no more. Nah, homie. No, if you can say whatever you want to say, the truth is you want the conversation not to happen because we both know that when we first Skype, you ran off of that conversation. When anytime it's about to go live, you run off. You don't want us to talk. So you say shit that you
CYP.
you said that on purpose. So I would get mad. So we don't talk no more. You hate talking to me. I scare you and I make you look stupid. You hate talking to me. That's why you said inappropriate shit. You know that's why you did that. Because you don't want me to talk no more. It's not gonna happen, partner. I'm calling you out every day because you're the clown, and we know you ain't got no jokes. You corny as fuck. Ain't nobody putting money on you except for Supermax because he your friend. That's bullshit. Supermax know I'm gonna beat your ass. Supermax soft as a motherfucker, to be honest. He's soft as fuck. That's why he rolling with you. It's a soft game. Soft game. Soft game. Yeah, that's y'all.
How
Y'all,
am I
man, y'all soft.
soft? How am I soft,
Because you
bro?
going with him.
Oh,
You
hold
getting
on.
hurt
You
over
One
soft.
thing,
one
let me
little
tell you,
You soft.
comment, bro.
CYP. Nobody's gonna doubt that
No,
I'll
we
get in
can
the ring.
talk.
We gotta
No,
prove
you
that you're
soft,
gonna
homie.
We
get in
I
can
the
don't care
ring.
talk.
what you say. You soft. I gotta prove shit to you.
I don't
This
gotta
is this
have
dumb ass
30
Border
people
Wars.
vouch for
Border
me.
Wars is
Hold on,
little,
hold on,
man.
hold on.
Border
I don't gotta
Wars
have
is
no
little.
other
So,
man vouch for me.
Get out of here.
That's the difference
You
between me and
soft.
you.
No, you said I got look how
CYP's a
crazy you fuck your
clown,
fat
bro.
ass. Your fat ass is crazy as hell, boy.
I
You
don't need
crazy as a
nobody to
motherfucker. Your
validate
fat
me
ass.
and
I ain't
you.
gotta prove shit to
See,
your fat
you
ass.
talking about
Your
getting
fat ass.
personal, bro, but you're
I'm
speaking on
telling
other
her,
people's
yes,
personal things, bro. You are
because
the
I
most
was saying
personal
it in
fool
their
out
face.
there.
Because I was
Shut
saying in their
up, bro.
face.
You a
That's different.
baby.
I said in
I
your
hope you
face. You won't
show
say
up.
it in my
Beat
face.
your
You
ass.
won't say none of that in my face. I was
Bro, I
saying it to
stood
the
on the
make
phone with you
face.
for an hour that day with
Period.
your dumb ass.
Hey,
For an
Stonebone,
hour.
Stonebone,
Shut
Stonebone, call
up.
in. Stonebone, call in.
God,
Tell
this
the
dude's a
truth.
girl.
Stonebone,
Yeah, I
call
was on
in.
the
Tell the
phone for
truth.
an hour.
Whoa. You guys do understand that if you're both yelling, we can't hear you guys, and neither could the listeners.
Listen, Stonebone got receipts. I got receipts. He don't have none. All he do is lie. He ran off that conversation.
But what does it matter now? That's it. You got the fight.
No. My point is that's what he does is lie. I'm not a liar. That's my point. Carlos don't lie. CYP don't lie. Mr. Moore don't lie. This dude does nothing but lie and gasses y'all asses up. That's my point.
But how he gassed us up if you got the fight? People are
You
betting
know,
on
you got
you.
no. Anybody can get the fight. You got people calling in saying the loudest one in the room is usually the one to get it. I think CYP's running from the fight. Man, y'all crazy as fuck. That doesn't even
But
make sense
but
based
you
off of my actions.
also
My actions
listen,
are on point.
CYP, chill. But you also got how many people called in betting on you? Like
That's
that's
because they're real
boxing.
ones. A
No, no,
real one,
no.
a
But
real one, no.
CP, but CYP, that's still boxing. Not everyone bet on Floyd or thought Floyd would win. Like that's boxing.
No, everybody knew Floyd was gonna win. They just didn't want him to win. There's a difference.
Yo,
There's a difference.
yo, you got to
Look, man,
answer
you
for
got you
everything,
got in
champ.
February you get a chance to prove some people wrong or prove some people right, man. That's what it's about. February,
No, man,
it's gonna go
I ain't
down.
got a chance to do shit. That's headgear with shit. I got a chance to win a fucking bullshit ass Border Wars fight. That don't prove I'm fucking tough. That ain't prove I'm about that life. You think a Border Wars fight certifies you as
But
some tough guy?
but
Hell no.
if you looking for that type of validity, you need to turn pro, man. Go for
I'm not. That's my point. I'm already certified. What don't you see? That's the point. You're not a fighter either. If you were a fighter, you would already know. Certifications, they give them out. You don't have them. 504 know about certifications. You don't have them. I don't need to be certified. I'm telling you, I came on here for John because that white boy think he whooped my ass. So whoop my ass. That's what I'm saying.
I'm so lost, man. I don't understand.
You are lost because you're not a fighter. You lost. You are lost. You get certified in the streets. If you got hands, you get certified. Y'all don't know about that because you're not certified. I don't need to do that. I'm telling you, I have dudes call in during the week and certify. Larry Wade will certify me.
Ness,
He
mute
already
this man so I
knows.
can talk.
Go ahead. I'll be quiet.
Yo,
Yeah.
Ness, just let me be the voice of reason. You feel me? This is ridiculous. Yo, this is a build up for a fight, homie. We're trying to build a fight to get more Patreons and shit like that. You're being a girl about it, bro. That's point blank, period. You're being a little girl about it. Bro, grow up and fight me in the ring. If you want to scrap with me afterwards, I don't give a fuck. You're in my state, homeboy.
Stop. Yo, we don't need that energy, especially
No,
not
but you
live though.
just now
Yeah, but
said
you could
you
you
just
could
now said
call
this
him
on
and
the
say
show.
that. You could call him
Oh
and
my
say
god.
that shit, please. Like y'all bugging.
Yo,
Like
Y'all
let's
look, let me
leave it in the ring. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. We've been on here 2 hours, actually more, right? We started at 10, 11, 12. 2 hours. Y'all
let me
got
say
enough
this.
off y'all chest. We'll be back next Saturday. We do one every Saturday. You guys gotta, I don't know, man.
Figure
Jeez,
that out.
it's
Look, man,
crazy.
at the end of the day, Border Wars was started because, we all criticize pro fighters. See what you can do in the ring. It's not about being a tough guy. It's about, you know, criticizing professional boxers. Ain't nobody in here professional. We are getting in shape. That's what it is, man. At the end of the day, look, you can win 1,000 street fights. It's not gonna prove you're a tough guy to some people. That's not what this is about. This is about getting there, seeing if you got what it takes to be in the ring. It's just 6 minutes. Real quick, let me make my final announcement though. Unfortunately, prayers go out to Mr. Santiago. Unfortunately, Superman's versus Santiago 2 is going to be off for this card. Hopefully, we'll be hearing from Dr. Mofongo soon. Um, let's see if I can get in there with him, keep the round robin going. But until then, right now, I'm currently not on the card. I will be in Dallas, though, so we'll see what happens. But, yeah, Ness.
Oh, so you talking to Mofongo?
Yeah, I've reached out to Mofongo. He should let me know here in a couple of weeks. And,
And what
hopefully he
about
can take
Eddie?
it down. I talked to Eddie first because I know Eddie was looking at that rematch and he was the one that gave me the green light to go for it. Eddie being a stable mate of mine as well. Um, so we'll see. I don't know if he's gonna be able to make it, so we'll kind of see what happens from there. See what newcomers might present themselves and just kind of take it day by day.
Well, all right, brother. Well, let me get to this boomerang here. JD, what up?
Yo, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yo, listen, I don't know how that one white boy had misconstrued what I said, but uh, I'm simply trying to get them dudes, man, just to leave all the extra shit. Nobody care about the tough guy shit. You know what I'm saying? You got an opportunity to get in the ring and scrap. Uh, that's what I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to call nobody out, but I can say that if it seems like you got an opportunity to get in there and scrap, anybody who blows at it, it kind of looks like you didn't want to get in there and scrap. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And man, listen, man. On a lighter note, man, we got a fight tonight. I didn't get a chance to make my pick. I'm riding with Ortiz, man. That's my guy. I've been rocking with him for a long time.
Yo, you wildin', bro.
Hey, I ride till the wheels fall off. Damn it, with my
But wasn't
guy.
you going for
Till the wheels fall
Wilder
off.
in L.A.? You went for Wilder with us.
I went for Wilder against Fury, yeah.
Oh, so you pick and choose.
But
All
not
right.
against Ortiz. No, listen. Ortiz is my favorite heavyweight. I'm gonna keep saying it over and over. And hopefully this ain't as. If he lose, I got a feeling that this is last shot. He won't get a chance to mix it up with the other guys because they scared.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm gonna ride with my guy till the wheels fall off, man.
All right, brother. No, talk to me. No. Once, twice, gone. Bo, Bama, talk to me.
Yo, hey, JD, what you say you was going for Ortiz? I need some of that action, man. You want to bet? You want to bet? You want to put
Bo
your
was finna
money
say
up?
that.
You interested in losing a dollar or two today?
I mean, but
Huh?
he gonna get better
Huh?
odds. He gonna get better odds going with Ortiz on a site.
We ain't talking about. We talking about TBV. This is my site. I rock with TBV. I ain't checked provider this week. I'm talking about TBV. What's goody? Nah, hey, on the border wars, man. I hate that they arguing like that, man. That shit kind of whack. That they going to that extent. I mean, shit talking good, but to be talking about, oh, I'm gonna do this in the park, like, bro, we already got the fight set up with the parking lot and up the road and all your homeboy, like, bro, we already got the fight set up. It sounds like nervous energy. You going overboard, my nigga. Like, this shit ridiculous. It sound like a bitch, to be honest. I ain't calling you a bitch, but you sound like you talking like a bitch, arguing like a bitch, crying like a bitch, whining. That shit petty, man. Like, chill, get in the ring, duke it out. Both of y'all seem to be two pretty tough guys, you know what I'm saying? Get in there, duke it out, man. It'll be good. You know what I'm saying? You raise your profile. I know you got businesses and this, that, and the other. Bro, raise your profile, duke it out, shake hands when you're done. You know what I'm saying? It's TBB. It's a camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm interested to see the Border Wars event. Hopefully, it don't all go to shit based off a guy or two getting too emotional. And I got Wilder under 6 rounds. I had a dream last night that he knocked him out in the second. But hey, I'm looking forward to tonight overall. That's all I got, bro.
What is
What up?
I'm gonna check the payout. What's the payout in a second?
I hadn't put no money down, bro. I don't bet on Wilder fights, like through Bovada and stuff like that. Because sometimes I do feel like I'd be emotionally betting due to the fact that I'm from Alabama. Know what I'm saying? I went to school in Tuscaloosa, so I just feel like I don't want to put my money up because I might be thinking irrationally at times. Know what I'm saying?
Where you catching the fight
I'm
at,
gonna
bro?
still talk. I'm gonna still talk my shit, but I don't want to put my money on no betting site with the odds already against me. You know what I'm saying?
JD
From the
JD
yeah.
said no bet. I'm just riding with King Kong.
I got you. I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got you. I got
But someone else said Pat in Boston also said, don't forget, JD's the only one who respected Ruiz in the live fight chat. He was the only one going for Ruiz, and I was like, whatever. And damn, Ruiz pulled that shit off,
you.
man.
I wonder was he one of the Uskatigi guys? I done picked a few dudes off, man, in this little board in the TBB phone lines. I didn't want a few bets off cats. You know what I'm saying? Put my money in escrow, Nesta Gibbs, joint. You know what I'm saying? I pick y'all off, man. So
Yo,
you watch
man.
your mouth. Watch your mouth when you making your picks. You know what I'm saying? Both might just come out to get you.
Yo, Bo, man, thanks for calling in. We're going to go to CYP on his triple ring. Talk to us. All right, just listening for the rest.
No, you're here.
We're here.
I'm gonna make this last call quick and official. Anybody who thinks I'm a bitch, anybody who thinks I'm a bitch, put the money on the whiteboard or show your ass up in person at Border Wars. When the fight is over, anybody want to shake my hand, cool. Anybody want to call me a bitch in person, cool. That's it. No more bitches will be tolerated unless you can say it in my face. Real talk. I don't care if you insinuate I'm a bitch. I'm kind of a bitch. Just say it in my face because anything I say to Supermax, Ness, whoever, I will say it in their face on me. And if I'm wrong about it, I apologize. But all that shit is gonna be settled soon. And I don't understand why y'all think a Border Wars fight with gloves, headgear, and a referee certifies somebody. That shit is beyond me. But if that's how y'all feel, it just shows me what kind of crowd we got. There's a couple of real ones in this chat. There's a couple of real ones who listen, who understand me. They rock with me. And usually the real ones come a dime, come one in a million. So it's okay for us to be that little small group, and the rest of y'all hate on dudes just like me. It's all good. But John, you got my word, homie. I ain't doing nothing to you before or after that Border Wars inside of that ring or location. That's my word. That's that, and I hope you understand what I'm really saying. But Ness, as a man, you got my word. I ain't doing nothing to fuck your event up. Nothing. But again, anybody who thinks I'm a motherfucking bitch, anybody who thinks I'm speeding up videos, anyone who thinks I'm dancing in the videos, come to Border Wars. Come fuck with CYP. I'm out.
Majid in Florida. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey,
What up?
Ness, man. You know I don't talk shit to nobody. I just call and give my picks about everything. Of course, I got Wilder tonight, USA. But yeah, I'm excited about these border wars. I signed up to the Patreon just so I could see these fights. And man, CYP, I ain't even big enough to fight him, so I ain't talking no shit like I want to fight. But dude talking so much trash, and I remember a couple weeks ago, he was talking about, yeah, if the money ain't there, he ain't going to do it. Now today, he jumping on there, oh, he disrespected my family. And I remember like fights, like pro fights where people like mostly a girl ass got slapped while they're in there talking about he about to kill people. Once it's war, we going to get inside your head to make you just want to swing bolos to make it easier. So he need to take those panties off, and words is words. Punish that nigga in the ring, but stop acting like a bitch, getting this excited to see the fight. Then you want to take this shit away from us to the point where, I mean, you on Patreon and you want people to download so you can reach your goal, and this nigga fucking it up with his in and out baby bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the boxing
You
voice. Everybody like the
I'm canceling
videos.
the
Join. I don't care
talking.
what you got to say, dog. You know, you're a
I'm
fraud,
canceling the
just like
trigger.
H
Talking.
Money.
Real talk.
You're a fraud.
Yeah. But you gonna show
He
up
a
though.
fraud, man. Everybody like this
You gonna show
video.
up. You won't
CYP
show up,
scared?
nigga. Yeah,
That's
that's what
all
I
I
thought.
got.
You won't
I'm
show
out.
up.
All right, we're gonna end this. Thank you guys for calling in. Border Wars definitely stirring the pot. Shit, we got another boomerang. Bond boxing, Boomy. What it do we?
Well, nah, I agree with the last caller though, man. Just let that shit feed you, man. Get in that ring. Everybody's a fraud until you show what you got. You can be verified. I ain't never seen you verified. I don't know them cats that verified you. Just like you don't know me or who verified me. Nobody knows white boy who verified him. Stop talking, both of y'all. Get in there and do it. I'm gonna be there, man, because this is hot. I'm interested. I want to see it, and I got respect for anybody that's willing to get in there. But just remember, man, we're all here for one thing, and that's to build a brotherhood, camaraderie, and get healthy, man. So
That's it,
I
man.
got love and
Absolutely,
respect
Rob.
to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'll let y'all.
Rob, thanks for calling in. All right, ladies and gents, that is everyone. Yep, that is. We are out. Supermax, thanks for the help. Border
Absolutely.
Wars signups are open. If you are interested, borderwars.com, theboxingvoice.com/Border Wars, and you can sign up. We got a super chat from Kelly that says, don't forget, JD was the same one who put 1,000 on Jacobs. You're right about that. Dan,
Hey,
that
hold
set him
on, but
back.
that's JD's favorite fighter, man.
Yeah. But what he's telling you is that he makes emotional picks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But that was a good one, yo. The listeners don't forget nothing. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Peace.
Peace out.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.